Hey, Oddie. Can you hear me?
Morning, brother. How you going, Andy? I just had to turn my
Turn
YouTube
that,
audio off.
turn that music off now. I'm good. How are you?
Not bad,
Yeah,
brother.
me too.
Yeah.
Should be
Cool.
okay now. Yeah, should be good.
You sound fine, Andy. You're
Good,
fine. I'm
good.
probably too loud like normal.
No, you're okay. You're fine.
Hello,
Yeah,
Smith. How
so
you going? Good to see you
I tr
come back to chat.
yeah, good to see you back, Smith. Long time I didn't see you. Um, yeah, so I tried a new idea, Oddie. I put together a PDF file with all these topics in, and
Yeah, cool.
I'm sh I'm showing that on the screen, but as you can appreciate, it's a bit small, perhaps.
Now I'm on StreamYard. I can zoom in that fraction. It zooms it in a fraction more, and it's a lot easier to read. When I was on the YouTube channel, zooming in is the maximum. Yeah, I could
Yeah,
read it, but it was, it's
it's
not
a little bit
really
on the small
showing
side,
your
isn't
your
it?
points very well, isn't it? Is it? You
No.
really want them sort of blazing out at people. But yeah, I thought it was just data about 3i Atlas at first. I didn't. It took me until I figured out my Zoom stuff to figure out this is the topics of the day.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I've
well,
managed to find a few things this week.
I put in at least a little bit of effort into finding out some stuff about 3i Atlas, but I think you've got a bit of it there. All my
I've got
stuff's
a bit
just
of it.
basically emphasizing it's a comet, not an alien
Yeah.
craft.
Yeah. Yeah, of
So,
course.
so if others are willing to jump in first, it would probably be better if anyone comes past.
Yeah.
Usually you get a few people pop in and
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right. I'm sure we will. It's early. We only just started.
Yeah, that's another thing, Smith. It takes a little bit for these to warm up, usually.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Yeah. Some people come in a half an hour, like they let it warm up for half an hour and then come in. It's quite common for people to come in after about half an hour.
See, that's a good thing about the fiery people in chat that come here because they usually want to blitz a little bit and that gets things going faster, generally. So,
Or
yeah,
having
but I don't think
an
that'll
outright
happen.
mad rant, which has
Mm.
happened, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So do I
That's
share
funny.
this week or not? Probably. Yeah, all right.
I'm
I'll
with,
stream tomorrow.
I was talking about that earlier, about that one where text blew up on the stream, how funny it is. And I was saying to him that I just left it there. I haven't edited it or anything. I just left it exactly as it was because it is funny, I mean, who in the hell would do that,
I didn't go back and clip the whole thing. I only got the bit with me on one of mine for text, but
hmm
actually
hmm
had forgotten about that larger
Yeah,
rant on your one.
that's
I
right.
can just
Yeah.
basically copy the screen. So,
hmm
yeah. Oh,
And then
cool.
there was one that Acid did a rant as well. Remember?
Yeah, yeah. I've got that
I,
one. But
I don't know which one
his
it
are
was
too
though.
controlled. His rants are like, I pretty much think he comes there, like he's
Right, the
in
script
control as he's
almost.
doing his rants. His aren't emotional
Yeah.
rants.
Mm.
So I don't see them as quite as fun.
No, it's almost like a script.
Yeah,
And I always know what he's going to say because he always says the same thing.
yeah.
So what did you find out
Yeah.
about Three Eye Atlas then?
Uh,
Obviously that it is just a comet. But having said that, we won't we don't actually know 100% that it's a comet. Well, actually, I suppose we do because it's now when it went behind the sun. I think they saw that it was leaving a tail behind it,
I
which
have
indicates
to
obviously
make
that it's a
a
comet.
correction to a guy in chat sometime, Gary Bonkowski. I was
Oh
arguing
yeah,
whether it was on an exit trajectory or an incoming trajectory. And
okay.
it turns out we were sort of both right because I was referring to the sun and he was referring to the Earth. Well, he's probably
Ah,
more correct because
yeah,
the Earth is where we are. But yeah, it's
yeah,
on an exit trajectory from the sun now,
yeah, because it's
but
reached its
it's still on the yeah
perihelion or whatever. Yeah,
perihelion. Yeah,
yeah, something like
and
that. Yeah.
it's but it's still on its coming towards Earth until December, and then it's on the
Okay.
exit trajectory after December from
Okay.
Earth.
All right.
But
So it's
yeah, I got confused between the
looping around the
two
sun, probably.
locations. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I was referring
Yeah.
to the trajectory of the sun.
Mm.
That's often referred to when they're talking about it coming into our solar system and shit like that. That makes the sun the reference point,
Yeah.
you know. Whereas
So,
in our conversation, he was more precisely correct. I mean, we don't really
yeah.
care how close it comes to
He
the
seems
sun.
quite a he
We
seems a
want to
pretty
know if we're going to
knowledgeable
die
guy.
or if it's.
And I did ask.
I like
He
him.
did say he did say he was going to come along. You know, I think that we could have an interesting chat. I hope he does.
Yeah, cool.
Seems like an okay sort of guy. You know.
Hmm. He implied he's got a government job, so he may not be around much longer. He's here because
Well,
of the government
yeah, he's on the
shutdown.
shutdown. Yeah, that's right. I saw him say that today. Ex-military, I think, and now works for the government or something, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, fair enough. That'd be
Yeah,
so many of their population. Like, compared
yeah,
to any other
yeah,
country, it's a big
mm,
percentage.
yeah, yeah. So I believe that's what happened, Audie. I think that when that Three Eye Atlas went into close-ish proximity with the sun, they could then see that it was indeed leaving a tail, like as a comet would. That's what
I've got it
distinguishes
here
it really
somewhere.
from.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Oh, you want the tail? I got the color. I got, is it an alien? I've got, why does NASA not publish images? I've got, what does the future hold for it?
because
I've
it's what
got,
28 million miles away. No, more than that, 128 million miles away or something. That's probably why they don't post images. We haven't got cameras in that vicinity.
oh, we don't have images because there's a fucking government shutdown at the moment.
And that
That's why
NASA,
we don't
yeah,
have images. NASA
mm,
is a government agency of
yeah,
America.
yeah, damn right. I
That
saw, I
was one
saw
of
that on
the funniest
I
things
saw
I
that on the
heard
NASA
when,
website. An apology
yeah,
that they won't
yeah,
let me publish anything because the government shut down.
yeah,
They're not posting anything on their website or anything at the moment.
yeah. All right,
They
the
probably would have.
features of Three Eye Atlas is Three Eye Atlas's characteristics, color, speed, and direction are all consistent with what we expect from a comet. Three Eye Atlas has an icy nucleus and a coma, which is a
Yeah,
bright cloud of gas and dust that surrounds the comet and is emitted at increasing rates as the comet approaches the sun.
yeah,
That's cause for different acceleration rates.
yes,
Three Eye Atlas is on what's called a hyperbolic trajectory, which means it is moving too fast to be bound to the sun's gravity and
yeah,
therefore is not following a closed orbital path around the sun. It's simply passing straight through our solar system. I don't know if
yeah.
you've seen any of the diagrams of that, but I don't know how to
No,
really put that
I
into
did see
words.
some, yeah.
It's
But
just
yeah,
it's
so
literally
it's.
just cutting straight through the eclipses of all the trajectories of the planets. It's
I
doing a
think it's.
straight or sort of curve, slightly
Yeah,
line.
I think it's fair to say that it's travelling too fast to loop around the sun. It's travelling at 62 kilometers a second or something. But that the gravity, the mass of the sun, will affect its trajectory in some way. It may not
Yeah, it's
loop it
curving
around,
it.
but
It's not a
yeah,
dead straight line.
no, it has to. Yeah, has to.
If you look on the
Has to
diagrams, it's
alter it.
basically just like a slightly toppling over tower. It's got that sort
Yeah,
of kind of a curve to it, like if you
yeah,
extended that kind of thing.
yeah.
Three Eye
So
Atlas came closest to the sun on October the 30th, 2025 at a distance of about 130 million miles, which is
Yeah.
210 million kilometers,
Uh-huh.
or
Yeah.
1.4 astronomical units, just outside the orbit of Mars. That's the
So
closest to the sun that it came.
just to address what
At-
those people were saying, that why haven't NASA got images of it? We haven't got any cameras on the other side of the sun, I think is the answer to that.
Yeah, well, Earth was on the other side of the sun as it went past the
Yeah,
sun.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And NASA's in shutdown, which doesn't help. They're not posting anything, they said on their website. They won't be uploading anything or posting anything in the near future.
fair enough.
I don't
3i
really
Atlas
understand that.
it's scientifically important because its differences from the comets in our solar system provide insight into the composition of other solar systems.
Yeah,
The problem is we can't catch the bugger because it's going too fast. I think
that's right.
we spoke about this last week. Yeah.
We did.
So it's
Yeah,
not like
even
we're going to mine off of this comet or anything.
no, I mean we did do it before with the DART mission. We landed, touched a probe,
Yeah.
actually touched a probe down on the surface, but we're not going to
Yeah.
do that at the
No.
speed this is traveling.
No. It was hard
Unless
enough
you
to
had.
do it in that instance. Didn't the thing bounce a
It
few
was.
times and then land?
It did.
Something
It
like
did.
that?
Well, it was only designed. It was a touch and go basically. It came down on the
Mm.
surface fairly hard, enough to blow up dust. They captured the dust particles that were blown up by the slight collision, and then it
Yeah.
came back, and those samples came back to Earth. Quite an interesting thing. But catching up with something that's doing 62 kilometers a second is probably a different matter altogether.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know how fast the other one was traveling, but I suspect not that fast if we were able to catch it. Pretty quick. I mean, and they're saying it could be up to 7 miles in diameter, potentially maximum. So you can imagine the devastation that would cause if it hit something, if it hit another planet. It
Mm.
would be worse. It would
It,
be worse than the one when the dinosaurs were extincted.
it has no iron in it.
Yeah, that's another thing. They found out more about the constitution of it, haven't they? The chemical makeup of
Yeah.
it.
It's extremely rich in carbon dioxide. It is.
Yeah.
Astronomers have also detected substances such as water, ice, carbon monoxide, carbonyl
Yeah.
sulfide, and cyanide. And another
Yes.
interesting feature of the comet is the unusually high rate of nickel atom formation and the extremely high
That's
nickel to
spite on
iron
nickel.
ratio.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
The emission of the atomic nickel is not the extraordinary bit. It has been
Mauser.
observed in other comets, but however, almost no iron vapors have been detected in 3i Atlas, which is unusual because they usually occur in equal amounts from other comets. This is what's implying the great age of this comet. This is the data that suggests that the excessively large age of this particular comet. Analysis of available data suggests that the core of 3i Atlas may have a thick, organic-rich crust formed as a result of prolonged exposure of the surface ice to galactic rays. This crust is capable of effectively protecting the deeper layers of the comet from external influences. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
G'day, Mayor. How you going, brother? Just reading your messages.
You got to So I also saw. I've got some other topics there, but we can go into this in more detail later. But just as an offshoot of that, I saw also that Blue Origin. You remember the SpaceX launches, the Falcon 9 launches, where they landed them on barges at sea. They landed the first stage rockets, booster rockets.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Blue Origin has just successfully done that. They landed. I watched the landing. They landed one on a barge out at sea.
That's Bezos one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
And
Okay.
he's got a mission plan. Well, it's on the screen there. Hopefully you can read it. But
Hold on, I have
oh
to
look,
zoom in.
Excel's here. They've got a Mars mission. They're working up to a Mars mission, Blue Origin, believe it or not.
There you go. Cool. Blue Origin is preparing to launch a NASA mission to Mars after 2 previous launch attempts were scrubbed due to solar storms. The European Space Agency has delivered its Orion service module for the Artemis 4 mission to NASA, and the ESA has also launched its Ariane 6 rocket. Additionally, astronomers have been busy with new discoveries, including evidence of ancient underground water on Mars, the analysis of gravitational waves from black hole collisions, and a record-breaking black hole eruption. Yeah, cool. The shitty thing about these Mars exploration
Hmm?
things with fucking Elon, well, I only know about it with Elon. In the contracts, all the missions that go towards Mars have some clause that it gives him power over the whole planet. I cannot remember the wording. It's
Really?
in every contract with everything that goes towards Mars because it's all been his vehicles, it's all been from his business. But there's a clause
Yeah.
in there that I can't remember the wording, but basically he's given himself king of the planet rights and in small little clauses. I'll have to get back to you on this, but you just reminded me of it then. So I'm betting Bezos will do similar, obviously. Like anything we
Yeah.
extract has always got our name to it, blah blah blah, or something like this. You know, it's yeah,
It's crazy. I
it's
didn't
a
know
way it's
that.
worded thing that gives them ongoing power regardless, or ongoing claim to what's it called. It
What?
gives them
Why?
rights. That's it.
Why? Because he put a few satellites in orbit, in low Earth orbit
Because it
even.
because he got there first basically and claimed it as his own, and he's doing it
You can't
in
can't claim it, surely.
well, fuck. Trump got into power. He didn't have to shoot anybody.
It's
He
not. Yeah, but
claimed
it's
it.
not just about America. There's other countries besides
No, no,
America.
exactly. But it's the same
Yeah.
process, and you
Yeah.
can do what you like if you get there first. What do you think? It's panic mode to get to the moon all of a sudden by lots of nations because
Yeah. I don't
America
know.
wasn't the only
Reason for it.
nation to get there anymore. Other nations
Right.
could get there, like China and shit, but America can't have that, can they? Because
No.
if
No.
only China could get there, America will be thinking, well, they're going to set up missiles and shit there to stop us going
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
It's just the mentality of the chess game of humanity, isn't it?
Yeah. It is. Yeah. I.
Like, I
I.
don't think I'm saying anything outlandish here, is all I'm getting at. Yeah, India and
I
Japan, like there's 4 going at it that I know of. Like, you
yeah.
know, India, Japan, China, um, well,
Oh.
Russia, America.
NASA's launching February 2026. NASA's going back to the moon.
Oh,
Artemis
good.
2.
At
Yeah.
least that's government controlled rather than a one person owns a business controlled.
But I think they're only orbiting the moon. I don't think they're putting people on the moon, from what I understand. But that's going to be just in February next year.
Nice. Good on them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I say. It's about time there was some competition in the field, you know? It's a bit
You
one-sided at the
need
moment.
competition as well. Just, like
Yeah, of course you
to
do.
keep that's partial regulation there.
Yeah, yeah. Competition's healthy, especially in sectors like space. You don't want one person or one company dominating it.
Mm.
That's unhealthy.
So it's Rolly from chat.
Yeah,
I'm
really.
guessing.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Oh,
is
cool.
really. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't really know Zroli that well, but good to see you anyway. I don't
I've
really
talked to
have a
him quite a
problem.
lot. Yeah. Me and Mal, I think, have talked to him probably more than anybody. Most
Oh,
people don't really spend any time trying to talk to him, in a normal way. And me and Mal have managed to get some really good conversations out of him. He's not stupid at all, and he can have a very intelligent conversation when he chooses to.
yeah.
And I think me and Mal are probably the only people that have found that out because we made the effort.
Ah, fair enough.
Nobody
Well, I
makes
don't
the
have him
effort.
on my list, so I must have blocked him for some reason. But I block people for weird reasons occasionally anyway. I come in
Yeah,
a bad mood, and if someone says something annoying, I might just block them then and then forget who they are. I think that's what sort of more happened than anything. I don't really care.
yeah,
I'll unblock you
yeah.
if frickin' YouTube would let me, but they don't seem to want to let people unblock on YouTube much
Exactly right,
anymore.
Mal. Yeah,
Like it took
yeah. You're
me a
welcome to
good
jump up,
frickin'
Mal, whenever you
15.
feel like it. If you feel like it.
Took me a good 15 attempts to unblock Mama Dingo, and then
Oh, the
frickin'
unblock isn't working, is it?
nah. It took me
Yeah, you got.
frickin' ages
Yeah,
because she was
I
whinging
know.
about being blocked, and then when I unblocked her, I would couple, and yeah, you guys see what happens. So I blocked her again now. I had no choice.
No,
Uh,
I know.
Come here
That's
for
getting
that
really.
shit.
That was getting really awkward because you were saying earlier, that you need to do something about it, and and I was saying, what can I do? Really, all I can do is moderate the chat, and
Yeah,
to
that's
put her
right.
in timeout. I don't want to ban her. That's
No,
terrible. I
I get
don't
that,
like that.
and didn't want to ask you to, but
No.
it's just a thing. This is like with anybody. If they come up here just
Yeah.
constantly on other topics that are
Yes.
totally not related,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean.
It's
Change
difficult.
topic.
Yeah. It's a difficult situation anyway. Obviously you're aware of that. I don't need to tell you that.
Mm.
I don't really know Dingo that much. Apart from talking to her on chat, she seems all right. We always got along. That's all I know, and I don't get involved in obviously your matters.
Yep.
I try and keep out of that and be friendly to both of you. But that's what makes it doubly awkward is the fact that I may have to intervene and start taking moderation action against her. I don't really want to do that, but you know,
This was
it is
giving
what
you
it
a
is.
heads up. That's all. Take it as is. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
I
mean, it's
bet
only
Mexican Buggy Hitman cost around $200. The only reason I'm reading that out is because I'm currently doing Breaking Bad, and I'm finally just starting season 5, and
okay.
had to deal with the Mexican cartel and shit. It was kind of, I don't know if you've
Yeah.
watched it. I assume everybody
I
else has.
haven't. I haven't.
I
No.
can't say what I was going to say then, because
Or I've
there's a
seen
really
some of
good
it. Yeah.
ending for the bad guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I won't proceed with that topic either. It's worth watching one day, man. I found it kind of okay. I
I
did the
think I've seen
chemistry and
some of it.
stuff at uni, so to me it was like a
Yeah.
documentary for the first season or two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
haven't yet got to Better Call Saul now, but I will definitely be doing that as well. And it's better. Okay, rock on, awesome. I reckon that season 5 has sort of gone downhill a little bit. It's like that. You can tell it's eh, well, they killed the main bad guys at the end of season 4. So season 5 seems to be a sort of cleanup and how do we proceed from here kind of season. And I don't know what
Yeah.
happens. I haven't got to the end. I've only just started it, but it seems like a sort of, I don't know what, a money grab season, so to speak. Like
Yeah.
all the crescendo build up at like in the killing the band guys at the end all happened to season 4 finale.
Yeah.
So yeah, but fuck, The Sopranos ended with just a black screen, so The Sopranos could
Mm.
fuck off.
I did
But
see
that was
that.
still a great season. That was awesome too.
I do remember some of those. I have seen some Breaking Bad as well, I think, but not an awful lot. I'm
Mm.
not very good on those regular kind of shows, you know.
Mm.
They're too much like soap operas when they're like that. I think that's what puts me off.
There's certain ones that I'll start watching and then it just hooks me in and I'll watch them like a movie. But
Yeah, yeah.
what was the last
So if you look at
season?
the text on that Blue Origin as well, something interesting about that. I had probably had to clip some of it off because the page was too long to fit on the screen originally. Um, but the Blue Origin people, that's Jeff Bezos, they're collectively, him and several countries are forming a collective and starting their own company to send rockets to Mars, so that he can compete with SpaceX, basically. They're forming a
Nice.
conglomerate of a number
As
of
long as
countries.
he's doing it with other countries as well,
Yeah, that's good, isn't
I
it?
don't have a problem with that.
The first time that there's been a collaboration like that where several countries have come together in a joint program, I think that's a good thing. I think we need to do that more, you know, especially in terms of space. I've always thought that, you know, we should all be doing it as a collective, not just one country here and one country there. We should all be joining together. It's a joint effort, you know. It could potentially benefit every country, couldn't it? It's not just about one country.
You've got assholes that want to be richer, drill baby drill
Yeah, I
at the
know. Well, that's
expense
the
of other
trouble, isn't it?
motherfuckers.
It's the
Exactly.
trouble, isn't it? It's the trouble with the whole
It is
world. These rich
the
people.
key or the core problem.
These
It is the
when you
people trying
allow
to instigate hierarchy when
when
everybody
you allow
can all be at an excellent, no suffering, no starving state. We've got the tech, and they can still be slightly up a couple of levels. They just don't have to be fucking
yeah, I know.
doing the suffering bit. There's no
That's
need for the suffering
that's
bit.
all. It's always going to be a problem when you allow the people with the most money to control the most amount of, you know, have the most amount of control in the country. That's always going to be an issue. America's
Yeah,
becoming worse and worse in that respect. I mean, it's the same as Russia and all its oligarchs. America's becoming the same now. They're all billionaires. The billionaires are all around him, you know, and they're running the show. And how does a man on the street, who's, you know, supposedly living in a democracy, compete against people who are multi-billionaires and are
well,
effectively running the country? Like, you got no
that's the
chance.
problem. That is the problem with the extreme end of the capitalism model, isn't it?
Well, it's moved
You-
on from capitalism now. It's now pure corruption. It's
but you know what
100%
I
pure
mean. This is
corruption.
like the
Yeah.
pustule forming, and now the head's formed, and now it's about to pop
Yeah. Well, I hope so. I'd like to see it all
of
come tumbling
capitalism.
down.
Mm.
I hope so.
Do you know the astrophysicist, the notorious astrophysicist Avi Loeb, or Aviloeb, Loeb,
Uh,
however you pronounce it? Avi
right,
Loeb. Avi Loeb from Harvard
right,
University.
right.
Because he's supposed to be one of the big people pushing the uh, alien spaceship 3i Atlas propaganda crap.
Oh, is
He
it? Is he
actively
one? What?
promotes the hypothesis of the artificial origin of the comets,
And
sometimes
he's a
resorting to outright
physicist.
manipulation of facts. Yeah. In the past,
That's
Loeb
hard.
wrote a book claiming that the interstellar asteroid Oumuamua was an alien spacecraft. Perhaps he plans to write a similar book about Comet 3i Atlas, which would
So
explain
yes.
his activity. His name's
So yeah. So
Avi Loeb,
Avi Loeb.
Loeb.
Oh, Loeb. Yeah, Loeb. Yeah, Avi Loeb. Yeah, a scammer. Yeah, probably Mal. It sounds a bit suspect, doesn't it? when people start making outrageous claims and then they produce a book about it and sell millions of copies, it makes you wonder about their intentions, especially being attached to physics in any way, being educated in physics, and then still claiming to believe that these are alien crafts. I mean, does sound a bit suspect.
Mm.
Why would you do that? Unless it wasn't for a monetary gain, really.
Well, exactly. He's doing it for monetary gains, I assume. Sell a book
Yeah.
or
I
10.
don't know, but it would certainly appear that way from what you said.
Mm. Exactly. I haven't. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've looked
yeah,
into it as far as Google search, not deeper.
yeah.
But it gives me the reference points to go further. I don't think I'll bother though with that, because I don't see any reason to believe that it's alien in any way, shape, or form. I'm just having fun with the people that keep
There is no
pushing that it
reason to
is.
believe that. There is no reason.
Yeah.
There's no evidence to support it being anything other than a rock.
I'm not going to get things to research to check to prove that it's not alien if I don't have these alien comet theorists going, yeah, but it's changing acceleration, or yeah, but it's got a tail coming out of its front. You know, it's given me reasons to go to find out why. Now it's got
Yeah,
different acceleration because it's got different components that
yeah.
evaporate off at different
Which
times as it's
evaporate
going
at
around the
different
sun.
temperatures. It's about
Yeah,
temperature, isn't it? Yeah,
yep, which has
yeah.
caused the acceleration change.
Hmm.
The tail out the front, I can't actually remember why that happens. I think that's, I forget why. There was something as simply basic as my last answer just then about the tail out the front. I don't believe I
Yeah,
don't have that in my notes here today. I had it last week. Fuck,
yeah. Mm.
I just brought up shit on the screen last week, though. I didn't have a. Yeah, it's not here. Fuck.
That's a,
Yeah,
well, I
anyway, we
mean,
heard about that. That's not anything alien, though. Like, why would you think that helps prove alienness about it? You know, the tail at the
oh
front,
yeah.
just because it's doing
Well, he
something
doesn't.
different.
I don't suppose for one moment that a physicist believes it does either. But it sells books. That's what you know.
Mm,
The underlying factor I think that's there that I can see from that is that he sold at least two books, and that'll be the motivation I would have thought.
mm.
Start sending messages
It's-
complaining about the reporting of it. Yeah, that'd be the day, wouldn't it? Feel free to jump up now if you feel like it. Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
I've
That
been
gets on my
listening to
nerves
Dr.
too.
Blitz a bit lately. He deals with flat earthers very well. What's he
Yeah, I've
called?
heard about
Allegedly,
him.
Ian also gets some too. He's good at dealing with flat earthers. Allegedly, Ian's philosophy, he deals with
Okay.
philosophers more, or yeah, he's got the words to deal with that, but he's got our way of thinking. And Dr. Blitz is a physicist defending
Yeah,
flat earthers and stuff, so he does it really well. Um,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, they're both good. Both from Deconstruction Zone. They're,
It's a really good
yeah,
point there, really. They're saying there are probably organisms somewhere out there in space. There are organisms out there in space.
we have found a
Um,
complete protein out in space, one
we
complete
found
one,
them.
not just amino
We've
acids.
Yeah, we
Sorry.
found them on comets. We found them on
Mm,
comets. That
yep,
absolutely they're out there. No question about that.
yep.
We've proved it.
It was
Yeah,
only July 2025 when we found the
yeah,
full complete protein.
yeah,
It's only a small, short one, but it was a complete one.
yeah.
That's full on. I don't think it even self-replicates, obviously, because it's just the protein. It's like finding just a
Single
strand of
organism.
DNA.
Yeah, yeah,
It has no mechanism to replicate. Like you need the components that can read the DNA to copy it to RNA to replicate the RNA to turn it back into the DNA. You know, there's lots of other things needed to do the replication.
yeah.
You've got the very, you know, this is a great sign, but it's still not evidence 100% of or what is it? That's not even abiogenesis. That's panspermia.
Yeah, it is.
Panspermia, well, I suppose it has to form naturally out in space, so there has to be some element of abiogenesis there too. It's coming from non-organic. Every component of us alive now is made from inorganic. Just because we call it organic, because we, like once you go one stage lower than the cells, they're not organic atoms. They're non-organic atoms, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So we are coming from non-life, whether the religious people like to accept it or not.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to find that discussion difficult one, no doubt.
Even using the Christians as the example.
Have you seen how these religious people counter that by saying that space isn't real? We're being lied to. NASA's lying to us. There is no space. You can't travel in space. It's all a lie.
Just ask them, where are you then?
Sorry, Mal. How you doing, Mal?
Just ask them, where are you?
Yeah. G'day, Mal. How you going? And I agree. Where are they?
It's not hard.
Where are you in this
If you're not
place?
in space, where are you?
Yeah.
Who cares what they think?
It drives me crazy. You see these people, not mentioning any names, but you see these people saying that space isn't real, we're being lied to, nobody's travelling space, nobody's been to the moon, nobody can ever travel in space, it's impossible.
Vaccines are useless.
They recite Newton laws and then say that you can't move through space. And it's like, well, that's what a rocket's doing. You're just throwing something one way and you move the other way.
And then they start throwing the laws of thermodynamics at you.
That's funny too, isn't it? I never remember which one's which, so I try to avoid that argument. But
ask them what. Everybody knows what the second law of thermodynamics is. Ask them what the first one is. And when they get the first one, ask them what the 0th one is.
What is it?
How can you have a 0th law? There you go. The end. You're just bonkers. Cherry picking as usual.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
Cherry picking.
But they're also trying to fit this in with their own belief in religion, which is a hell of a thing to try and do, really, isn't it? That's why they can't accept it. It has to be a lie, doesn't it?
It's the logical premise thing, isn't it? Presume the premise and then make it fit.
That's right.
What's that called now? Do you have any idea what that fallacy or issue is called?
That's just bullshit. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah.
It's the premise.
I think it's got a title as well. When you do
the
it
premise
that way
is wrong.
around.
It's just illogical.
It's like, I don't know. It's like closing the blinds because you don't like thunderstorms. If you can't see it and you can keep claiming in your own mind that it's not real, it's not there, then it's okay. It seems a bit like that.
Yeah, that is exactly what's happening there, isn't it? Yeah.
It is.
I never deep thought that.
It is. It is. It's exactly that. It doesn't fit with their religion, and therefore they block it out. It has to be a lie.
Yeah, it's la la la. Yeah.
Yeah, that's even better way. La la la. Awesome.
I get fingers in your ears.
The la 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 fallacy.
That's my
La
favorite
La
one.
Land. I think they're in La La Land. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. This is just no. I don't. Oh no. It doesn't take me long to get rid of them.
It probably would. I don't know, but it probably would be fairly difficult to be religious with all this science that's coming out now.
Well,
where we're finding
it's getting more difficult. I would have to say, like the newer religion, like Muslims, the modern Muslims, things like that, because they're so prominent, in the news and stuff like that are perpetuating the other religions because they have to fight back about their beliefs. Otherwise, they're all dwindling.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like if it wasn't for that, if they were in the background, they'd all be dwindling. They'd all be going out of fashion because we're learning so much. But it's
in actual fact, that is exactly what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Up to a point, yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
I mean, as for the flat earth mob, I don't even bother entertaining them anymore. I used to, but I don't bother now.
We've only got to look at how many young people are religious, because that's a good indicator of how many people are going to be religious in the future.
I think there's a small not surge, but an increase at the moment because of it's the anti-intellectualism, anti-science stuff going on. You know, all vaccines are bad.
Oh God,
that kind of stuff. Yeah, but these people are in government and you know, high-ranking places, and most people are not really willing to go and dive into tests. Oh, what's your sources? They don't know what the fuck sources are. So
in 1200 years,
they don't need sources. They just
I mean, one person says it, somebody else spreads it.
Yeah,
that's the way it is.
1200 years, we haven't had any long-term side effects from vaccines. Not any. Like this long COVID isn't from the vaccine; it's from COVID, right? So there's no confusion there. But no long-term. I don't mean short-term, like you get a rash or you get a quick side effect, like is supposed to happen. You're supposed to try to activate, or you know, like the vaccine works by having a fake version of the virus or whatever, and your body reacts to that, so it builds up antibodies. So when you get the real one, then it's got the defense, the army's there already, type shit. So you want to have a mild one, a short-term reaction, but I'm talking long-term side effects. That's in 1200 fucking years since I believe it was in Japan when they first made the first ever vaccine.
I think it was, but I'm not sure. You don't know.
Maybe China, but I believe it's Japan. I'm going back a bit. That is full on to me. Vaccines are tried and tested, and I know RNA messenger freaking vaccines are new, but they're not as new as what people are thinking. Like 2 years, ago or 3 years ago, like because of COVID, they were like in research a decade or so earlier. They had the people doing research on it. It was just everybody focused on it at the time. So that's why it was inverted commas rush.
You could almost say that penicillin was a vaccine in a way. How many people would have died if they hadn't invented penicillin? And how long ago was that? 1600s or something, probably. I don't know.
It's just penicillin's a cure more than a vaccine, only because it's just not made the same way. But I know what you're saying. That's like saying food's a drug. You know, you need it because it helps control systems.
Oddly enough, I was looking at a video about vaccines today and an ivermectin thing. Ivermectin, and people trying to promote it to the American government. I've forgotten the guy's name. Pierre Corey, trying to present it to the American government in front of Congress as a super duper, and he said himself it was like a magical, magnificent, just an absolute cure-all. That if you take this stuff, ivermectin, you won't get COVID. And a couple of weeks later, he got COVID. Do I need to say any more? But I will, because it's funny, right? But this, he promoted all this ivermectin stuff. Now, ivermectin, unfortunately, is really good at getting rid of things like scabies and stuff like that. It's an anti-parasite thing. And they give it to horses and stuff, So people who needed that weren't getting it because everybody was diving on to the ivermectin, right, to get it for COVID. But it was unproven, and after a while it was proven to not work. So they were taking that and suffering for it, and they were waiting for results for ivermectin to come out, and ending up being so ill that by the time they got to hospital it was too late while they were waiting for the stuff, see? So then people were taking the horse ivermectin, yeah?
Oh my God.
And it's not good stuff. No. I mean, it's okay if you take it in a bit, but they were taking like the whole, you get it in like a tube stuff apparently, and they were taking like whole tubes of it in a day. You know,
Oh
it
my
was
God.
killing
Is
them.
it the same stuff or not?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
is there a
Yeah,
difference
that's
between
it, so.
horse and human?
Virtually
A vector?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It won't do you any harm over a couple of weeks if you take a tube or so, you know. But they're taking whole tubes in a day to get rid of this COVID stuff, and it killed people, yeah, because of this guy's in front of Congress speeches, you know, about how
I vaguely remember that now.
yeah, how really super duper and all singing, all dancing this thing was. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing is people with scabies and with other conditions, there's a limited amount of things that this ivermectin will fix, right? But this ivermectin virtually eliminated some things, like scabies, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, what did the guy say? River blindness. Okay. It virtually eliminated river blindness. Gone. Unfortunately, because of all these people thinking that it was going to cure COVID, were taking it all, the people who needed this stuff weren't getting it.
Right.
So they were dying, you know, it's virtually fatal, and they were dying because of this misinformation given by this Pierre, I think Corey guy, you know, and and it turns out that the studies they'd done, when they give the studies that the medical studies that they'd done on it to prove that it was super duper and all that stuff, was shown to be bullshit.
Of course, they had to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have to be, wouldn't they, to come out with claims like that. I do vaguely remember the story actually now.
Yeah.
It's becoming more
Disastrous.
familiar.
Horrible.
I think that was around the same sort of time that Trump came up with the idea of injecting yourself with bleach to protect you from COVID.
Sorry.
Probably around that time.
Watch me inject myself with bleach. I don't know what will happen, but let's have a look.
I think I've got a pretty good idea what will happen, actually.
You go first, Trump.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a fair
Demonstrate the principle. Yeah.
Oh, just bonkers. Yeah, but that's what can happen in the current day and age where you've got misinformation,
misinformation at its finest, isn't it?
Well, it's anti-intellectualism and anti-science. You know, like we used to do in school. I don't know if you guys did, but when I grew up, we used to do it in school. Everybody picks on the nerd, you know. But at the end of the day, the nerd is going to save the world. You're not.
That's right. That's very true. Yeah. And most people would have picked on the nerd because they were actually jealous because he understood it and they didn't.
Absolutely, yeah. He's different. Yeah. You're not allowed to be different. You have to be anti-science, anti-vax, you know, anti-this, it's conspiracy theory bollocks. It's one of the downsides of the internet is there's a lot of misinformation about the place, you know, that people believe because they don't know any different. One person will say it, one
more
person will say it. Sorry?
Yeah.
And there's more of them, so the ad populum always sort of wins out.
Absolutely.
Like freaking take leper, for example, for someone that's none of us. I absolutely agree with so much that he says, and he gets absolutely slammed by 90% of the chat.
Well, leper.
Leper or Signard or Finian. Very smart.
Yeah.
Very smart.
I don't like some of his
Fucking-
stuff, and I disagreed with him on a couple of things. I mean, his,
Yeah.
you know, stuff about, what do you call it?
He's
Not
He's
genocide,
into
but,
communism, for one thing. Yeah.
Yeah, he's right into the guns too.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
there's
yeah. But he's
a
full
lot
on.
of it.
He's full
Yeah.
on.
And he'll give you his reasons, and
Absolutely.
they're educated reasons. They're not
Yeah.
stupid reasons.
No.
So,
No.
yeah. But he gets he gets absolutely slammed by the people that haven't put in any effort whatsoever to understand these topics.
No.
Just because of ad
Somebody
populum.
Somebody said this on YouTube on Joe Rogan, so that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's true.
I had a mate over last night, and he's very much a Joe Roganist, and
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Mm,
I used to.
I won't say much more.
I used to like watching Joe Rogan until I found out more. And to be honest with you, I mean, obviously Joe Rogan doesn't know a lot about all these things, the people that he gets on, like Eric Weinstein and people like that, who are mathematician types. But he doesn't give a shit either.
Yeah.
He's quite happy to platform them as long as it will pay him, you know?
Well, that's not really right, is it? Going back to what you were saying just now, though, Mal, when you were saying that about people and misinformation and anti-science and all of that,
It's
and
getting
then you were
bad.
talking about the nerd in the classroom, and I was thinking to
Yeah.
myself, it's one thing to sit in a classroom and listen to a teacher talking once or twice a week, but to actually understand what they're telling you. That's the difference between a nerd. To me, a nerd means somebody who paid attention at school. That's basically what it means to me.
They understand what they're talking about. Yeah, they understand what you're talking about. Yeah, and if you,
I
if you
used to
say it
play
wrong,
Dungeons and Dragons with the books,
Yeah.
and I had most of
Yeah.
it memorized in my head.
Yeah.
So I tried. That was on top of freaking.
I can remember being.
I was at a public school with ties. That's the only public school in our state had ties. My parents made me go to that one. Bastards.
Yeah.
I can remember being 11 years old and being in a classroom because I'd moved from England and up to Scotland. And I was in this classroom. I was 11 years old, just before you move up to adult school, basically, the big school. And I've never forgotten this one question, no idea why. But I'm sitting there, I'm 11 years old in this classroom, and I moved from England up to Scotland. I moved into the school, and I found out that I was 6 months ahead of everybody else. Right?
Oh, wow.
So
Lovely.
I was the nerd. And this woman asked us about...
you became the nerd, did you? Yeah.
Yeah, well, you got enough along.
Rapidly.
The teacher woman asked us about something or other, and I gave the answer. The answer's infinity. And when playtime came up, I got beaten up for knowing about infinity.
Wow.
I didn't know much about it.
Infinity isn't even a number.
Yeah, I'm 11. I don't know anything about it, you know. But I'd learned it in class in England, but nobody knew anything about. They didn't know what the word was, you know. And oh yeah, that's infinity. Hand that goes up in it. Well, if I didn't, I think I was fighting for the next 6 months. Yeah, it was. But that's what you get when you understand, you know? Even at that basic little level. You know?
Yeah. It's a strange thing, all this stuff that's going on now. It's probably easier. It's easier just to reject it as being a lie than to actually try and understand it. I think that's what it comes down to.
It's easier to pull somebody down into the ditch than it is to climb out of the ditch yourself.
Yeah.
Well, you've also got the factor that everybody thinks that they're a uni student now because they can watch YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
There isn't. There isn't
the
any
YouTube psychologists are fucking amazing in quantity, but not in quality.
There isn't an element of truth to that, Audie. But at the same time, if you watch all of the videos that are on YouTube, then you are going to have a pretty good understanding of it.
I disagree. I think if you watch all the YouTube videos and the TikTok videos, what you will become is a very good dancer.
And wear makeup. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll know how to
You
cook.
can get an understanding of the topic. You might be able to solve your current problem, but you won't ever become a person that I would take my problems to.
That just reminded me about a guy who got kicked out of uni. He's in his third year of uni, right? These are the brightest people in uni. There's only 4 in the class, right?
Okay.
And he decided for his final year project to he was going to show everybody Pythagoras' theorem through the medieval dance.
Oh, rock on.
And it chucked him out.
Brilliant.
Because he did
That's
it.
great.
He failed, didn't he? There's only absolutely superb. Can't fault him. Pythagoras' theorem through the medieval dance. You couldn't make that up, could you?
No, not really.
No.
Lots of right angles in that dance.
I have no idea how he did it. I wasn't up to that standard, but he was very clever guy. Yeah, he was in the same class as my best mate. There was only 4 in the class. And
I do think though, if for example you watched every video on YouTube about, let's say, space and the universe and things like that, you've got to come away with some understanding and knowledge of it. You know,
you'd have some sort of knowledge, yes.
Yeah,
but the ivermectin stuff that I've been watching last couple of days, only a couple of days. I've only watched 3 or 4 videos on it. And the guy gets experts on to come along and explain why it's all wrong and stuff like that, right? And by the end of it, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah.
Plus
absolutely no clue.
What you're doing when you're watching the YouTube videos is you're learning memory and then reciting, whereas when you actually put it into operation, when you're studying and do questions and test yourself and practice and
completely different. Yeah.
Well, exactly. You learn how to manipulate the information that you're learning, and you come up with more better advanced understanding in the field. Whereas the YouTube ones generate this. I'm sure there's fucking people that can do both, but as a general, well, like 99.9%, it's just basically memory and recitation. What YouTube learning.
Most of the things that you would watch or even read aren't telling you how it works. If I came along and I said, "Oh, 2 and 2 is 4," and everybody goes, "How many are you going to say it's not?"
Yeah.
Okay. So if I turn around and say, "Why?" Ooh, silence. See that? That's the difference between watching a YouTube video and learning it. As Audie said. You know?
Cha-ching. There is a distinct difference, and it is quite hard to explain to people.
If you took somebody who'd never watched any videos though against somebody who'd watched all of them, the one who's watched
I'm not saying there's no
have more
benefit.
Yeah, sure.
I agree with Audie. I think Audie's pointing out that it's not that there's no merit in it; that there is a lot of merit in it. My argument against that would be it's a bit like doing martial arts. If you have a yellow belt, a green belt, a blue belt, a brown belt, and a black belt, right? The blue belt's in the middle, and the blue belt has learned enough to get into trouble, but not enough to get out.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's the range. It's a hierarchy.
Yeah. Sure.
I'm probably in the camp of people who have watched every YouTube video that's available though. And you know, I feel that I've gained some knowledge from that. As opposed
to find out if
you
want to continue by doing that as well. So there's definitely
as opposed
benefit.
to somebody who hadn't watched any. You know, I'm
Absolutely.
sure I've got more knowledge.
Miles ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like Wikipedia is the starting point. If you like the topic, you go to the sources in Wiki.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and you find something
rely
else,
on
you find
Wiki.
something else. So you could have.
I was on there
things-
the other day, and they're begging for money again. They get on my nerves. They're always begging for money. That lot
What was that?
gets on my nerves. Wikipedia.
Yeah. I think that
Every
one
time you go
will.
there.
I think that one will go soon. It'll
Yes.
get outdated by Grok and things like that. Like.
Yeah, and AI. Google AI now search results. You don't need Wikipedia anymore.
Not so much.
And
no. It gets a lot of the stuff from Wikipedia.
Companies
probably.
like that really annoy me, Mal. It's like Dropbox. Okay, they start a company where people could upload basically for file sharing. So you can upload files, and then certain people are allowed access to it, and they can download the files. So they're stuck in the middle. They're using up all this massive amount of server space storing all these files, and suddenly they decide they want to make money from it. So they start trying to charge subscription fees and getting people to sign up to monthly subscriptions and things to pay for it. But to my mind, they should have thought of that when they started the business. Like, how are we going to make money from this if we're not going to make money from it?
Perhaps they didn't start off thinking they wanted to. I mean,
we've got a far bigger issue than any of that, guys, because every time it changes over to a different medium, it means that your digital media is being edited again. So it's a little bit different from the original. And you're basically, I assume both of you have read 1984, how they
George Orwell.
How they edit the English language to make it have less and less words. So basically civilians can't talk against the government anymore. And basically they'll do this. They're doing, it's like what happens with the Bible over time or any of those kind of books over time. And it's what the government will now be doing with digital media because you can't go back and double check if it's been digitally edited. Whereas if it's on paper, it's a lot harder to change all the paper versions over. Hence the burning of the books in Nazi Germany, because that was the way to do the same thing with what they had back then. Now the method will be to just change the digital versions. And the way that they'll do that is when you swap from this version to this version because it's newer and better, they'll put the version they want there every time. This is a definite thing that happens.
That can only happen without facts. Depending on the media.
What are they pushing for now in America?
Depending on what it is.
That is definitely what they're doing, the Republican Party.
If it's a factual thing, then it goes through peer review, and some of these people are really good at spotting mistakes.
Currently, but even that is going to a Christian bias in America, which means I hope
the people who are reviewing are all over the world.
I absolutely agree currently that there's still that defense, but they are definitely trying.
Yes, I know they're trying. Yes, it can work. It's not possible. I say it's not possible, but as far as I know, and my it might be a little bit emotional feeling about it, but I don't think it can because of the peer review. The peer review is awesome.
They seem to be attacking that peer review method, though, if you know what I mean. And I know,
of course, how science works and all that stuff.
They're trying to get the Australian government to do what they want, so they're trying to control the other countries.
It's like the ivermectin thing that I was talking about. There was a little country, I think they said it was Peru, who took that stuff on board and used it. So people died because of it. Because it's bullshit. But what happens is you've got people in the background who are doing the actual work, and they look at this stuff, and some people are experts at spotting mistakes in scientific papers and things like that, and after a bit they look through it And they don't mess about. Somebody says, "Oh, have a look at this paper." They have a look at the paper. Then they get sent. They say, "Well, have you got a data set for this?" They get sent a data set, and they say, "I had to pay for this data set to get it downloaded," right?
Yeah.
And the person receiving the data set will go, "Well, I'll download it myself just to be safe," because it's been passed on. It's been downloaded and passed on. So they go, "No, I'll download it myself just to check," you know. And that's how people. That's how things get found out that are bullshit.
Yeah.
Because people are not. The people doing the actual work are not daft. They're really smart.
Going back to what I was saying, Mal, about
sorry.
these companies who set up businesses, and then after a while they realise that they're not making any money, and they suddenly want to make money. I put Wikipedia in that category as well. Why create all of that content and spend years building these libraries of material if you didn't consider the fact that you weren't going to make any money from it, from your original model? Why would you do that? Doesn't make
Maybe they
sense.
didn't want to at the start. Maybe they wanted to do
maybe
freedom of information type of thing, you know.
Yes, I think it probably was like that.
Yeah, but after a while, the costs and everything else goes up, and this and that and the other. Fact checking is more difficult, etc., etc. So I don't know. I don't know why they would change. People can go the other way. There's a guy on YouTube I just watched him recently, and he was making loads of money by getting people to donate, like subs and things like that. That kind of thing on YouTube and on Twitch. They sub and they donate and things like that.
Yes, they donate, they give.
And he's just cancelled it. Yeah. And he's told everybody not to give him any more money because he makes enough money off adverts. And since something like, I think it's 2018, he's made about $45 million, something like that. And I have got more money than I'll ever need, he said, that sort of thing. So I don't want anybody giving any more. I should have done it ages ago, he said, but I've stopped it.
That's pretty on it.
I thought I think it's brilliant. He even showed it. He showed the graphs and everything. I can't remember his name now. And he showed his graphs of how much he's earned per year and what he earned them from, etc., etc. It's like I rated that. I thought that was superb.
I think it's admirable.
Stop it. No more subs, no more donations, nothing. Doesn't need it.
Yeah.
So he doesn't want to take money off people who perhaps can't even afford it.
Whereas there are a lot of people who would keep taking that money forevermore.
Oh, they put it up if they could.
Still probably want more. Yeah.
Yeah, they put it up if they could. Yeah. And somebody tell me why does Elon Musk need another trillion?
Yeah.
Does he need another trillion? I don't think so. Why would he want to?
Well, he's narcissistic and he wants to be the richest man on earth, and he wants to have more money than anybody else and feel more powerful than anybody else.
I don't know.
I don't get the lust for that. Yeah, that's.
I mean, you can imagine it becoming an addiction. But I don't know what it is.
Nobody in their right mind would allow themselves to accumulate that much personal wealth. No decent person would ever allow themselves to do that. They'd start giving money away to charity or helping people.
I expect he does. I expect he does give a lot away.
I don't know.
But
not enough. Not enough now.
Even rich football players and things like that, they give loads away.
But it's the way they're taking it away from. Like not giving it to their employees and shit in the first place.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a fair point. I don't know how he does that. But,
that's a good point. In the case of Amazon,
people will work for somebody like that for nothing.
There's another good example: a multi-billion-dollar company, and the employees, for the most part, are paid minimum wage, as far as I know. It doesn't pass on any of that profit to the employees or anything.
Yes. Do you think that's ethical?
No, I don't.
Do you think that like perhaps the guy who's a multi-billionaire at the top should be paying his people at the bottom or in the middle as little as he possibly can, because
No, it's not.
it's his company, he got them there.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him, they might not even have a job.
But if it wasn't for them, he wouldn't be making any money at the same time.
Yeah, so
I
it's
believe
kind of,
there's better ways to make money than to shit on your backbone or your
yeah,
foundation of
of
your
course,
company.
yeah. I would think morally you'd be right, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I mean, what happens to profit sharing? You know, to share some of that wealth, some of that profit with the people who helped you make it. You
Well,
know?
this goes against, I don't know if it does actually, about one of Trobbs's ideas of meritocracy.
I don't fully get that. I haven't looked
you think-
into
you
it
think the
properly.
guy-
It seems to be different than what I understand it to be. So yeah, but please continue. Sorry, just pointing
No,
out my I'm
No, I'm
not
just
in the loop
thinking out
about this
loud.
one.
I'm thinking out
Yeah.
loud. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just thinking like, but does the guy driving the van delivering the parcels that have already been made, wrapped, stamped, loaded, and logged, and all he's doing is delivering them? Is he in a meritocracy where he really should be getting paid more because of what he does, because he merits more from the top guy? No?
They pay terribly. I looked into that as a possible job at one time, and they expect you to deliver between 90 and 108 parcels a day.
Yeah.
And if you hit your target, if your target is 108 or something a day, if you hit your target, you get an extra £18 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a friend of mine who was
That's a great
professional
incentive.
snooker player. He used to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's stopped now because he married a millionaire.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, that would help. Yeah.
Lovely girl. Yeah, multi-millionaire. Yeah, brilliant.
Lovely.
But,
Lovely.
he's he doesn't use that money. He's very much his own man. And even after marriage, he was driving a van, delivery company, super duper worldwide company online. We know who they are, and he's driving parcels with it, and he's getting about 400 a week for it. But sometimes he won't finish until he won't finish until 9:30. He's a guy who goes his own way. You know, the fact that she is a multi-millionaire is neither here nor there to him. He doesn't give a shit. You know, she wants to keep all the money she can. You know? And I would talk to him. I delivered a parcel to my door one day. I was talking to him, and he said, "Well, I got bills to pay." You know, I said, "But you married a loaded woman." He said, "Yeah, but these are my bills."
She gives him any money though. That might be her money, and he's got his money.
He doesn't want it. Yeah, it doesn't want it. He doesn't want it. These are they're my bills. He said, "I got to pay them." He's always been like that since I've known him. I mean, he's 50 odd now. I've known him since he was 11, and he's always been like that. He's gone his own way, you know.
Yeah.
Goes his own way. Yeah, he's great. Yeah.
To my mind, though, those people aren't paid very well at all, and they're put under a hell of a lot of pressure as well. If you notice, most of those delivery drivers spend their whole day running. They don't just walk. Walking isn't good enough.
No, they mess about.
They have to run in and out. You know.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure. I think they're under a lot of pressure, and I think they are very much underpaid for what they do, and they're a very valuable part of the team. You know.
I'd agree with that. That's where the meritocracy thing goes in with Trobbs, perhaps. I don't know. You get what you're worth, but how do you work out how much is somebody worth to a company? If everybody's worth the same amount, then if the guy at the top is worth the same amount as the guy at the bottom, why would he bother starting in the first place?
Yeah. I know people who work for Sainsbury's doing home deliveries and Tesco's doing home deliveries, and then their pay is crap. I can't really say it any other way. It's crap.
Yeah.
And
what I'm saying
the companies are making hundreds of billions a year.
Oh, of course it is.
I think Tesco posted profits of 180 million or something last year after everything.
Where I work, if my boss like loses me, he loses 3 contracts.
Mm.
And
Oh, really?
because I've been working there for 8 years, and I've got 3 quarries that basically request me because I've been there long enough. I'm good at what I do. But now, because of new rules here, if a new person comes and gets employed to do the same job as me, rock breaking and an excavator, his pay
It's the
rate is
same money?
identical to mine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not right when they start doing that.
When I started, I went from a certain pay amount and jumped up and got basically a 50% pay rise. So I was 50% higher than the average rate of like full-time worker doing what I was doing. And because I went to flat rate rather than full-time.
Yeah.
And now, because of all the inflation, competition, arguments and all that kind of shit, I'm on about 5% higher, 10% higher. So I should have jumped ship a long time ago, but I get left alone. I've got some perks. Like I run myself. I'm running my own business still, basically from just my side of things. Like I get to do everything and anything I want. I've just got to once every 3 months just say this is what's happening, and it's like, yep, no worries. But that's about it. But yeah, you sort of know what I mean there.
You know what you're doing, and they know you know what you're doing.
When I worked
it just shits me that they get paid the same. The lackeys get paid the same as the people up the top. You know, like, just give me a different job title and fucking give me $10 more, fuckers.
Yeah.
I fucking
worked
earned
in a
it.
machine shop on nights for years now, and we had the same kind of thing happen there. You were taken on basic money, and then after so many years, your money went up, and then you could go for your skilled rate, where you could actually, get more involved in the job and become skilled and get the highest pay rate on skilled money. And then all these agencies started up, and they started bringing in agency staff working alongside you. They weren't employed by the company; they were employed by the agency. And it turned out that when you worked out their money, they were getting paid more than we were.
Yeah,
Even on skilled money, and it took you years to get it.
I worked for a company. I was doing research on PlayStation 2, and it's all agency. Yeah. Everything is agency, hiring, firing, paying, fire. It's all agency stuff. They do everything. The company doesn't want to know. It's easier for them. It's less hassle for them to hire it out.
Yeah. Something
We've got a guest in the chat as well. If you hadn't noticed, Fallen Stars here.
Yeah, I was going to.
Hi, Fallen Star. I hadn't noticed, Oddy. Thank you.
I think it's a very simple question. As most people wouldn't be able to handle a millionaire. They just go broke.
What was the question?
2 years would be broke.
Yeah, I missed the question too, Mal. Sorry, brother.
Here's a fun question. What would happen in the world if everybody was a millionaire?
Yeah, cool. I didn't know you were
what would happen if everybody was a millionaire? It would be, I don't know, it'd be the same. Everybody would be equal. It'd be the same as being poor, probably.
Yeah,
being a millionaire would mean nothing.
It would be a disaster. What's the point in being a millionaire when you live in the middle of Africa somewhere where you've got to walk 6 miles to get water?
Yeah.
As a 6-year-old. Yeah, okay. Perhaps you can pay to get the water delivered to your house. Yeah, and now what are you going to do?
Well, you can
basically mean what would happen in the world if everybody was a millionaire and everything remained the same price currently?
Well,
that's what you sort of need to add to that question.
Same environment.
Yeah. Well, if everything went up, when we all became millionaires, they'd just make the price of everything else more expensive, and would still be slavery in the humanity system.
It wouldn't matter how expensive it was or how many millions you had. If you had a million, everybody had a million. It wouldn't matter if you lived in a mud hut next to the river and half your family get eaten by crocodiles every couple of years.
Yeah.
and you've got no food. You can't farm anything because the ground is
But would
shit.
you live like that if you're a millionaire, though? I
Well,
don't
that's
know.
No, where are you
right.
going to go?
Well, somewhere away from crocodiles.
Okay,
You'd
so
have the
everybody,
AI
everybody,
robots doing the
so everybody
crocodile
moves
stuff.
away from. Wait now, everybody moves away from there. Who's going to mine the lithium?
AI robots.
Nah, not going to happen.
Lithium's
Who's
bad
going to
for
mine
you.
the
You don't need
sulfur?
it.
Who's going to mine the sulfur?
Well, I don't want to mine that in the first place. That's pretty
No,
bad to mine too.
freaking disaster job. It's death, isn't it? Right? So you're a millionaire. Who the fuck's going to do the job? If I'm a millionaire,
I get what you're saying.
no,
I do.
It just can't happen. It can't work. It would never
I
happen.
thought about
It's
this
a
kind of thing years ago,
destructive
Mal.
system, isn't it?
Like even in our system, for example, the government. This is just a thought that ran through my mind. Okay, a few years ago, that the government could actually retire everybody at 55 and give them £1 million and just say, right, you're retired. We could actually afford to do that. Why don't they do stuff like that? You know?
Because you need more than £1 million to retire now. Because by the time you're
maybe
retiring in those 30 years that you're living after retirement, hopefully, or 20 at least, hopefully,
then you haven't
the
got
things
old
that
people
you
like
will think are nicely expensive at the moment are only going to be a lot more expensive then. So
And
your
you haven't
money
got
needs to be able to.
you haven't got old
Here's
people in the workforce.
another
You haven't
problem with
got
being
You've got
everybody
lots of
being a
jobs
millionaire.
available for people to come and join because
Now,
the
here's
old
another
people have been
problem.
retired.
Another
Yeah,
problem
but
with
I was talking
everybody
about
being a
you as a
millionaire.
retired person. Sorry, man.
Everybody
No.
being a millionaire. Here's another problem with it. Where's the what do you call it? To go and do something. Where's the impetus for your genius to go and invent something? There's no point. It's not going to get any better. There's no value in it for most of them. You know? Obviously, for that kind of thing, there might be. But where's your super duper entrepreneur who goes and starts new businesses and gives a little bit? There isn't any. He doesn't. Why bother? I got a million. Everybody else got a million. Good to shit. You know?
They're going to make some really good drugs to deal with this.
Yeah.
You know that.
On the negative side of it. What do you do with all the people who have got all this stuff going on in their head that there's no point in them using now? Because they'll only get a million anyway. Now we're dealing with psychological stuff. It's very complicated. I don't know the quarter of it. You know? But giving everybody a million wouldn't work because of many things, you know.
I think it would help because you'd have all those jobs available. You wouldn't have these old people taking all the jobs in the workforce.
Why do them?
Well, maybe people
I got a million. He's got a million. Why should I bother working?
Yeah.
What's the point? I gain nothing. I'm not going to get another.
No, I was talking about my model though, Mel. If the government gave people gave people £1 million and retired them at 55, you know, you'd have all those.
No, you couldn't do it. You couldn't do that either.
On Twitch, somebody on Twitch.
You couldn't do that either because then you would have to pay
like
the
a design
more
TP.
Money. You'd have to pay the younger people more money because populations are aging anyway. So now you've got even more and more and more and more and more retirees as time goes on, and nothing to replace them. Not enough people to replace them. You end up with more retirees than you're going to have people working. It's just too expensive. You couldn't do it, could you? No. I'm not explaining it very well, but you know, I'm no expert on that.
Yeah.
It would just be you couldn't sustain it. You know?
Yeah. It seems to open up jobs in the market as much as it, you know, you retire somebody, but it opens up that position for a younger person to take the role.
Yes, if you've got one out, one in.
Yes.
But we haven't, have we? Populations are declining and they're getting older. We're going to end up with more people being old than working age after X amount of time. And
well, that's what's happening, isn't it? In
so
China,
who's going to then pay? who's going to pay that £1 million to all the pensioners because there's nobody there to earn the money to pay them. Yes, I expect Audi will step in with the robots and AI and stuff, but that doesn't cover those things. That doesn't grow food. You know?
Yeah,
Well,
I
we
suppose.
watched Matt Damon grow food with his own shit on Mars.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. That was pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah, and also impossible to do.
of course.
The ground on Mars is unbacterionated or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It's not organic soil. It's like rock chips.
You put poop in it.
Yeah, dirt and top
You need the
layer
bacteria to
it
break the
holds
poop
life because it's had organic fucking bugs and shit crawling
Yeah.
through it for fucking
You
billions of years.
need the bugs to break down the poop.
Yep.
There weren't any. Yeah, funny.
Awesome.
I enjoyed it. Apart from things like that, obvious things. Funny, you know. I mean, things like that are a bit like when you see fights in space between spaceships, you know. It gets my head, does my head right in, you know. Boom, boom, bang, boom. What the hell are you doing? You know, there's nothing to make a noise.
Apparently, you can make a noise in space, but you would need a vocal cord about a light year long. You know, like there's still particles in space. It's not empty like they say. It's just they are dispersed so far.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
so,
yeah. But when the spaceship
I
goes
don't.
up, you know, Star Wars, you know, what the hell is happening here? Yeah, I guess my tits, and they still do it, and they know, and they still do it. Yeah. I watched Gravity. It had Sandra Bullock in it and George Clooney.
Yeah, I don't think I've watched that one.
George Clooney, and that was okay, you know. But even there, they still managed to sneak in a couple of when somebody went past, you know.
Yeah.
Most of it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it's just nuts. But, yeah, sorry, I derailed it.
I added a quote to your quote list today, Andy.
Oh, did you? Good. Okay. I added some more. What did I add? Not some dad jokes.
I didn't realise you had so many.
Some quotes. I added a few. Yeah, I added a few recently.
Like 22 or something.
Yes.
I did the one from Qui-Gon Jinn. I just did from Star Wars. I think it's Phantom Menace. I should change it. But yeah. Qui-Gon Jinn, Star Wars. Your focus determines your reality.
Yeah. I don't even know how to share a live stream with my channel. I think the answer to that is that you go into StreamYard and do it from there. I think is the you know better than me, Oddy. Yeah.
Back in a second.
Yeah, you in StreamYard press the present button by face boxes underneath the screen. Yeah, and then remember when I did the ducks and you shared the duck race? Yeah, it will share your channel.
Yeah.
Don't pull up my channel, pull up your channel. And you get to share your screen.
Yeah, and then that's right. So what I did was I shared my screen, brought up Oddy's stream, went full screen on it, and then shared the screen.
Fallen Star, if you're on a PC, it's just an option up the top by the edit button. It's next to the edit button on a PC. But on that phone, I don't think you can do it.
That's in StreamYard though, not on YouTube. You'd have to be in StreamYard to do that, I believe. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fallen Star can do a post with the share button underneath the YouTube video. You know how you got your YouTube video of your stream. Underneath that, there's the arrow, the share arrow.
On mobile, I don't know whether that. I think it'd still work on mobile. Actually. If you had the YouTube app, then
you copy the link with the share button, and then you do a post.
And I won't bother.
Yeah, and Fallen Star said it's using mobile phone, so that's why.
Yeah. Yeah. That's that. I don't know the difference, Ollie, but it's presumably it's not so easy to do it that way on a phone, is it?
I just don't use my phone that much.
No, I don't. But if you had, oh, stupid humans. Hey, stupid humans, how you doing? Um, I don't know where stupid's coming from. Probably from your stream, Ollie. But
Seems
anyway, if you
so.
had StreamYard and the YouTube app on your phone, I'm sure you probably could do it that way. I think.
I don't know how it works really on the phone at all. I do have the YouTube studio on my phone now, finally, only because that gives you the option to see your subscribers, which is kind of cool.
Right. Yeah, yeah. But somebody like Fallen Star, who may not be into streaming, as much, may not even have may not even have StreamYard, or may not have even heard of it.
Here's how I learnt about it initially. Him and Jamazing Jason.
Oh, okay, right, yeah,
Pretty much. Well,
yeah, because JJ used to stream quite a lot, didn't he, at one time?
yeah, that's how I got into it on the PC. But yeah, Fallen's more of a phone person. Does excellent videos.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Have a look at his channel sometime. Yeah, I don't have his link currently to give you. I will try and find it.
Well, I suppose it's on the screen, isn't it? Because I've got these new kind of naming system on here. So the name that is the channel name as well, I think.
Yeah, cool. Makes it
I
hard
typed
to
that
do
in on
cloning.
Google,
It's great.
and the AI told me the username Fallen Star MX8KU or whatever belongs to a user on YouTube. Yeah, I should have typed in YouTube and not Google, of course. That was my mistake. But if you were to type that name into the YouTube search, then that would take you to their channel.
Yeah, cool. No, that's why I've been giving out at space streams all the time. I absolutely understand. And same at Odyssey 182.
I subbed to Fallen Star. Yeah.
I sub to stupid humans because he doesn't seem daft.
No, he's not stupid at all. Yeah.
You can't fault a 5-0. You can't fault a 5-hour rant, can you?
Yeah.
I haven't checked if Trobes is running today. I wonder if he is.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything yet. I'll get a notification on the screen if he goes live.
Yeah, he only puts up. He said he might be late.
Freaking Rash Don finally reappeared, which is to me a good thing. I like him. I do have good discussions with him. He can be annoying, I get it, but he's not bad.
Yeah.
But he already blew his fucking fuse again at Trobes. So Trobes has banned him from the Discord. So he's already been kicked again. So he's either going to come back furious today, argumentative with Trobes. It's a step back.
Yeah.
He's definitely got an edge about him. And I know that I'm not going to get him calmed down. But I want to fucking at least appear like I'm the good guy trying. And genuinely, I do want to have this debate with him. It's got this prophecy that he swears that he can prove and that I can't debunk. And he swears that he's given it to me. And I don't have it. I flat out don't have it. If he has given it to me, it didn't get through to me. Whether he did or didn't, I've never accused him of not sending it. I've just said I don't have it. And he's furious as if like I'm accusing him of never sending it.
Difficult to give it again?
Thank you. And I did send that last text, hey.
Yeah.
Gads has pathway to him via Discord still, and I'm hoping that my message that I sent did get through to him, but I'm not 100%. But it's basically saying the same thing. Man, Rash, let's just restart. I don't
Yeah.
believe I've got your prophecy. Can you send it to me again? And we'll start
Yeah.
from anew.
Press the
Everyone's
reset.
being aggressive to, come on, Rash. Like, that was my last mentality, and I can't remember the exact wording, but there was nothing aggressive. It wasn't like
Yeah.
an Tanjo Grasso fucking
He just doesn't do it.
It was, yeah.
He hates to hate.
Hey, stupid humans, how you doing? Good to see
Good.
you.
Good.
I
Guys,
subbed to you, stupid.
Well, thanks. You missed my live to this afternoon.
Oh, sorry. I had no idea.
I go
I've
random.
subbed to you now.
I've
I've subbed to you now, so I'll get a notification when you go live now.
Right on.
Yeah.
I had a good one
Good
today.
to hear from you. Did you? Yeah.
Bunch of old friends stopped by finally. It was great.
Okay. Cool.
I had
the
one a couple days ago. I laughed for nearly 6 hours straight. So yeah. And I just got done helping my neighbor put the that kind of tape you put down to make it easier to walk on.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, helped her put that on now. That was fun. I hadn't done shit like that in a long time. I've been busy today.
Yeah, sounds like it. Yeah.
I did my dishes. I gotta maybe make dinner. I might just order dinner, but
Oh, I had an easy one today. My son invited me round for dinner this evening, so I've been round to my son's house and had a full Thai meal round there. They got it delivered, a meal for 3 people. So much food, ridiculous, crazy. It was great though. I love Thai food. It's so clean, and it's not greasy and fatty, and it's very healthy.
DJ, is that you with the snake?
What's that?
On DJ Andy's, he's got a snake around his neck.
Yeah, that's me.
It's not a snake, stupid.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh.
It's only a baby. It's a 14-foot rock African
only
rock
a
python.
baby, only 14 feet. Yeah, right.
My friend who's standing behind me, Lee, he decided that he was bored with carrying the snake. We were on the seafront. He was bored of carrying the snake, so he decided it'd be a good idea to put it around my neck. And just after we took that picture, the snake started tightening up around my neck. It had a go at strangling me. And he said, "Oh, I said, this snake's trying to strangle me." He said, "Oh, don't worry, it's only playing." I thought, okay, then.
Just cozying up.
If it wanted to kill you, it would kill you. So it must be just playing. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's just a baby.
Just a baby, yeah.
Just wants to play.
Those are the good old days. I was a beach bum, and you can tell by the colour of me, I was on the beach every day. Getting stoned and listening to Pink Floyd and watching all the babes walk by. Great life.
DJ, well, just go to Space Streams here. Look, it's the same thing. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, so those were the good days. Carefree, just getting stoned all day, listening to Pink Floyd, chatting to girls and watching girls on the beach all day. Lovely life.
You know how it would make it easier for him? If you made Fallen Star a mod, that way he could click on your name and then you go right to your channel.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Fallen Star, I went and looked myself today, actually. I can't remember why. Anyway, I typed in at DJ Andy C on YouTube search, and it came up with everybody except me, I think, basically. I couldn't find myself. I don't know why I was doing it. I was trying to find out something about the channel name or something.
Yeah.
And I couldn't actually find myself.
It took me a while.
Oh,
I had a coach.
I've come up first place now. I've just done it again, and it's come up first place. I couldn't even find it earlier.
I suppose the more you search, I don't know.
Ah.
Yeah, it's nice to remember stuff like that. I think it thinks that you don't want to look up yourself initially, so it doesn't show
Okay.
you initially. But when you find yourself and put yourself, you click on it and stuff like that, it'll remember that kind of silly stuff.
God. Okay. They
I
really
looked up
messed
an
up, I
old,
think.
I looked up an old poker coach of mine, DJ Gano, and I got
Okay.
loads of results. I had to try 4 or 5 times. He does
Yeah.
Burning Man and things like that, apparently. He's very famous. But it took me a while to find him.
Can you remember, Mal, or anybody, when you came to these chats, whether you had to subscribe to be able to chat?
Yes.
See, I didn't get
I think
that.
you need a channel.
Well, yeah, because it's the new naming system on here now. I didn't change that. They've changed it in the background. But I happened to notice the other day that when I went into my studio, the minimum I can set is that people have to be subscribed to the channel to be able to chat, and they have
Right.
to be subscribed for at least a day.
All
I
right.
don't want it to be like that. It's supposed to be a public chat. Anybody should be able to come here and
No,
chat.
I don't know about a day. I think if you have like your own channel or something,
Copy paste that, Star.
and you sub,
Yeah.
I sub to your channel, I've got to be around for like a minute or maybe an hour before I can chat, something like that. A day seems a bit extortionate.
Well, that's what I saw. So I complained to, not that anybody reads the reports, but I've complained to YouTube, like, what the hell are you doing? It's supposed to be a public chat. Anybody should be able to come here and chat. They don't have to be a member or subscribed or.
Yeah, I
No
think you
wonder I'm
do.
not. No wonder I'm not getting many people on the chat if they have to subscribe and be a member for a day before they can say a single word. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that seems excessive.
Well,
Yeah.
that's because some people think that, if you don't do that, then you're not really interested in them, and you're just there to cause problems.
Right.
Troll.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, they think you're a troll or something.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I wasn't looking in. I wasn't looking in StreamYards. I was. This is on YouTube in my YouTube studio because I've got two 24/7 live streams running as well, and I just happened to notice that people need to be subscribed and need to be subscribed for more than a day before they can say a single word in the chat.
If you can comment, yeah, you need to be.
That's on your studio. You can change that.
Which I can't change it any lower than it is.
Mm-mm. You can turn that off.
I can't though. I couldn't find a way.
Hold on.
Couldn't find a way to do it. They've changed something. I'm sure you used to be able to.
They're always changing something.
For the worse. Everything gets worse. Nothing gets better.
Well,
It's all about controlling people and
it's job security.
getting them to conform to what you want them to do. These are companies that are making billions of dollars by putting cheap adverts in between all of our videos and stuff. It's annoying.
Maybe if you go on YouTube and just ask, like, for a video of it, I think you can find it how to change that. I'm sure there's video.
I'll have a look. Yeah, I couldn't find. I did look 2 or 3 times. I went back and thought maybe I missed it. I'll go and check again. I couldn't find any way to do it, and that's really off-putting. Like if you were just a random user on YouTube and you stumbled across this channel and you wanted to say hello, and then you realise that, hang on a minute, you've got to subscribe and you've got to subscribe for at least a day. You probably wouldn't bother. You'd be like, "Oh, I'll go and find another one."
Yeah, that's how I do. That's how I deal with that. Unless, of course, it's a friend like yours.
Yeah.
It's a friend like yours, and I'll just wait it. But if it's somebody that randomly come across, I'm like, nah. If it's 10 minutes, I might, depending,
But why are they making those decisions like that for me? I don't want it to be like that. That's ridiculous.
Well, no, it's a setting you probably started. Yeah, on the second device, make yourself a managing moderator. Then you can make it less than a day. I think you can make it 5 minutes. I'm not sure if you can make it less. Yes, you can. You can just turn it off.
So what do you need to do on the second device? So I guess on my phone, perhaps I could make myself a managing moderator.
You're gonna
Right.
fly. You're gonna flap your arms really fast. There you go. You'll fly to
But
work.
if I'm the channel owner, do I need to also be the managing moderator? Perhaps.
You should be, yeah, for yours.
Do, do you think?
Yeah,
No?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That didn't really occur to me, but yeah, maybe. I don't know. Seems odd, but anyway. So, I can't. This is the problem I had. I can't add myself as DJ Andy C because it comes up with something else, some black guy. It comes up with the wrong person if I put my own name in there,
Mm.
and I can't get it to recognize me. My profile isn't there.
Huh.
Yeah, that's right. I remember now. I couldn't actually do that. I can't add myself as a managing moderator. What I need is one of the old chats with the old naming system. If I copied my name from there, perhaps maybe I could do it. If I type in that DJ Andy C, which is my exact handle, and try to add myself as a moderator, managing moderator, it comes up with some black guy, completely different person. And I can't find, I'm not on the list. Lots of other people, DJ Andy C, are on the list, but not me. If I put at DJ Andy C, there's only one guy. It comes up, and he's a black guy. No idea who that is.
I suppose stereotypically, that would make the snake appropriate as well.
It's actually impossible for me to add myself as a managing moderator. You can turn it off, okay. I'll look into that. Maybe I'll have to go in through my phone or something like that, perhaps, and try it. That might work. But I just find things like that really annoying. Like, why are they making these decisions for me? I don't want it to be like that. Who thought of that stupid idea anyway? You know? No wonder you don't get many people chatting on your stream because most people will go away and not come back. They don't want to do that.
I'm pretty certain that I don't have that problem, and I'm on the cheapest shit version.
It's not StreamYard, it's YouTube I'm talking about, in the YouTube studio. StreamYard seems okay.
Today.
I've added you and Mal in there as regular users, and that all, you've got access to the commands. That's all working fine. It's the YouTube side of things and the YouTube studio.
Yeah, I was having fun with that earlier. I want to play with that more.
Try and add yourself as a managing moderator and see if that goes. And my name, let me try by my name.
There it is.
My hand.
There it is. Oh wow! I found out minimum subscription time. If you turn off, I think it's in community moderation under settings.
Yeah.
And it just gives 1 day. It doesn't even let me change the.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It doesn't even let me change it. What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. You see. So how the hell are you supposed to get people chatting on your channel?
Let's see. Viewer posts on. Do you have that on?
Yes.
Basic.
I didn't have any moderation, but I've tried different settings. It doesn't make any difference.
I don't have any moderation either. It says none for me.
Yeah.
Let's see, basic. That's
That's the minimum you can set, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 1 day. I get 1 day, 1 week. I'm like, what?
Then click on. I know. Then click on subscribers, and there's no other options. Like that's all you got.
That's weird.
I know. It's insane though, isn't it? How are you ever going to get people chatting on your stream? Most people will just walk away. They're not going to do that. Subscribe and then wait a day before they can say anything. That's ridiculous. Anyway, I stumbled across that earlier and it just annoyed me. You can probably tell it upsets me. Who thinks of these things, for God's sake? Now, whether you can go in through your phone and get extra app settings, I don't know. I'll have to look into that. But you can see that you've got the same thing, the same problem I have then, basically. And there is no way around it that I can find. You can't turn it off. That's all you can do. Dang.
Tropes wouldn't have been able to get a Tango Grasso if you couldn't turn it off somehow. And to my knowledge, it's off on mine, but the more I think about it, I don't actually know for certain because
I'd have a look. I'd have a look.
Subscribers talk.
It looks like they've changed it because I'm sure you used to be able to change it down to a minute or 5 minutes. I think it was actually.
Yeah,
but
okay.
Something's changed, and now they've got to be subscribed, which is the minimum before they can chat, and they've got to be subscribed for 1 day minimum. Which is insane. You're never going to get anybody, basically. Unless they know you, like Stupid Human said, unless they're a friend or they know you or something, nobody's going to do that. They just go somewhere else. Who comes up with these ridiculous ideas, for God's sake? That go against everything you're trying to do. You're trying to build a community and have an open public chat. And everything that they're doing is going against you. You know?
It's that goddamn young. It's goddamn young of today, man. That's what it is.
Well, I know. What can you do? You can see that is annoying though when you see that for yourself on your own channel.
Yeah.
You can appreciate that that's not right. That's not how you want it to be, but you can't change it. And that's counterintuitive. That's not going to help you. That's going to turn people away. YouTube.
Oh wait, this is the only one we got.
So it looks like Trobes is doing his firearm safety stuff this week because his stream doesn't seem to be active.
I haven't seen a notification yet. I'd have had a notification. He did say that he may be late this week because he was going to see his kids.
Yeah.
Going to see his kids or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was firearm safety for the kids is rescheduled to next week live, but that was 7 days ago. That post.
Yeah.
Well, if I had kids, I'd be so hoping I would go wrong.
Wrong? What do you mean?
I can't stand kids.
Yeah, cool. That's what I thought you meant. Yeah, right. Mate, they're okay when they're young. I'm kidding. They're fucking awesome when they're your own.
That was funny, Mal. That was funny.
Not quite so awesome when they're not your own.
I prefer them somebody else's. Don't matter what happens at the end of the day, you give them back. Yay! Yeah.
I've got 3 kids now, and I love them to bits. You know, my daughter doesn't have a lot to do with me, but my 2 boys, you know, we're very close. I've just been round my sons tonight for dinner, and you know, they're a great asset. And then I'm glad I had them. You know, it's nice now, and then they've got kids now. You know, they've moved out and got their own place, and they've got kids. You know. So you've then got grandchildren, and you know you've got to be a responsible adult. And
so I used to, as we know, I used to be a teacher and stuff. You know, you're teaching about 120 kids a day, every day,
Yeah,
5
well,
days a week.
I can see how that might put you off. Yeah.
You get to know some of them better than the parents.
Oh,
And
really? Yeah.
you've got the geniuses and the dopey ones,
Yeah.
and the ones
Yeah.
you got to turn them round twice a week so that they don't start leaning towards the sunshine all the time. Those
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
And you just water them once a week and they're happy. You got
Yeah.
those. You got the geniuses at the other end. You got the wild ones, all the rest of it. And a lot of the time, you know a lot of things about these kids that their parents don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah. Quite possibly true. I can see that. Yeah.
at the end of the day, just give them back.
Yeah. Do you think that may have contributed to you not wanting kids?
Yeah, I do. I never wanted kids. No. I think it came from when
Before you
I
were
didn't mix
teaching
with
them, you
kids.
mean?
No, I didn't mix
Didn't
with
want
kids.
kids?
I was one.
Yeah.
That was the thing. It made
I
teaching
mean,
difficult.
if you were teaching young kids, I can understand, I think, how that might put you off of having kids yourself. But if you never wanted kids before that, that's a different thing altogether.
Yeah, I didn't want them before.
Yeah.
What made teaching them? I found teaching difficult because I didn't mix with kids as a kid, so
Yeah.
I didn't know how kids acted. And when I
Yeah.
got older, I didn't have kids of my own, and I thought
Yeah.
that being a mother gave a teacher an advantage over somebody like me because of that.
Right.
Because they
Right.
know their score. I mean, kids will try and cross the line all day, but if there's
Yes.
no line there,
Well, they'll find the limit and run at the limit. Yeah, certainly.
if there's no line to cross, they're worse, and you get
Yeah.
no respect then. They
Yeah.
prefer the line to be there, even though they're trying to cross it all day.
Yes.
They like to
Because
test.
they feel like they're pushing you to their limit, perhaps. Yeah.
That line, but they need that line there, and they know it.
Mm.
You ask them, and
Mm.
they'll tell you. They know. Yeah, but
But they may not have those same lines at home. You see, the parents
yeah,
might not.
I
forcing
didn't
them.
have that because I didn't grow up with kids. I didn't mix with kids. When I was a teenager, I had no mates or blah blah blah, so on and so on. Because basically, it was horrible. But when I was teaching them, I found it very difficult to know how to treat them when they misbehaved, or I didn't really know. I had to learn it. Yeah, it wasn't easy. Crowd control,
That might have been an advantage, though, Mel, rather than somebody who thinks they know it all and know how to talk to
I
children
couldn't see
when
that.
actually they're really bad at it. Yeah.
I had a class of when I was learning to teach. I never forget it. I had a class of 11-year-olds, and they're just kids. These are babies. They just want to play games. They're 11.
Yeah.
They got no clue. They're sitting in there, and some of them are so small they can swing their legs back and forth under the chair. And
Yeah.
how are you supposed to shout at that? So
Yeah.
Pixie in the corner, 11 years old. They just want to play games, so we played games. They blinded early on in my teaching training thing. They rioted in the classroom, and
Okay.
it was just a nightmare because I had to get another teacher to come and sort them out. Because
It must have been quite a learning curve for you as well, then.
it was hard. Yeah, it was very steep. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
When you don't like it.
Well, it's not so much that, I don't think. If you haven't had interaction with kids, you don't know how to communicate, what level to communicate with people at that
No,
age.
you don't. No, I didn't have any idea. That's why I said that parents had a big advantage. When you get threatened with violence from an 11-year-old, what do you do? Or there's an 11-year-old over there that's flirting with you all day. She's a 13-year-old who's miles ahead of her compatriots, and she fancies you. It's things like that take a bit of dealing with.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, there are lots of positives, but those kind of things I found difficult to steep learning curve for me.
Well, yeah, I think
how do you deal with an
find
11-year-old who's flirting with you? It's not easy if you don't know. Yeah, I did get a bit of advice on it and things like that.
Yeah.
Basically, it came down to doesn't matter what happens, don't touch.
Yeah.
Which is hard when they're crying.
Yeah.
They
All you
put
got to do with kids is smack them upside the head once in a great while when they do something stupid. Not too hard, not too hard, not too light. Just a swift smack upside the head, look in the eyes, and go. Now you remember.
Then I put the pistol back in its holster.
Yeah.
Each time you do
Yeah,
that,
we
that
do.
slap on the head, maybe you're damaging a few brain cells each time, and they're gonna end up being complete idiots. You know.
Yeah, wasn't a winner.
It's a no-win
Well,
situation.
you've seen the way the world's going.
Yeah.
Maybe a step back wouldn't be such a bad idea.
I mean, a lot of people don't realize that's all it really takes with children. It's just they're gonna mess up. What you got to do
I
is
never-
be a parent.
I never hit my kids. My youngest son
I'm not
David,
talking about beating your kid.
when he was young, if he was really naughty, I used to say to him, "Come here, David," and he'd say, "No, Dad, no, Dad." I'd say, "Come here, David," and he'd walk up to me. I'd say, "Put your hand out." "No, Dad, please, no." And all I'd do is smack the back of his hand, and he'd run away in complete tears, devastated. You know, that's all I ever had to do.
Yeah, but you still did it. You know, that's still psychological. You know, that's what causes, you know, other issues that that's what I've had to deal with too.
Yeah, my father used to let us live if he was in a good mood.
Well, my dad used to shout at us, but his level of shouting wasn't normal shouting. It was like normal speak to extreme. And it's that extreme and the abruptness and stuff that took therapy to deal with in the end. And I still probably haven't dealt with that properly. And I ended up doing it to my son. And in my head, it's not bad because you're not hitting him, but it is bad. It's just as bad. It's even worse. It's harder to repair.
Maybe you're trying to do. I didn't want to hit my kids, you know. Maybe
I thought I was doing right.
So did I. Yeah. Well, that's better than you know, giving a really good hiding or something.
Abused kids tend to grow up and abuse. This is as well known, isn't it? No.
Yeah, well, I didn't consider that abuse until I had kids of my own.
I've always had a different opinion to that, Mal, because I've always thought that not that I've been in this situation, well, I did suffer physical abuse from my stepfather as a kid. But if you've been in that situation and you've been suffering some sort of abuse in childhood, the last thing you'd want for your kids is to be in that situation. You'd think that people would they'd want better for their kids than they had.
Unfortunately, you're not of the group. You know? You're an exception, not the norm. No,
maybe different people think different ways. I don't
Absolutely,
know.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
What? People think differently than me?
I thought it was just a malicious rumor.
Obviously, that's impossible because of the truth factor. You know, there is only one truth, and that's my truth.
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
I listened to one of Human's rants. I don't know what you're talking about, man. But it was so funny. It sounded like you knew what you were talking about, but I still thought it was funny. Sorry about that. It was just funny. Ranting, it just went on for about 5 hours.
Hey, Star, by the way, just Mighty Whitey stopped by. He finally he found me again, I guess, resubbed, and he was on my stream today.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, sorry, I was just passing on because we haven't seen this dude in a while, so.
Yeah. Oh anyway, I'm going to mention that fact as well. I always think it's polite when people take the trouble to come to my streams, or people subscribe to my channel. When somebody subscribes to my channel, generally, unless I forget or something happens, I always go and subscribe back, because I think that's, that's fair, isn't it? If
Common
somebody
courtesy.
subscribes to me. Courtesy. Do people? But I don't know that other people do that anymore. Maybe not. People don't seem to like the videos. They don't seem to subscribe. They just minimal effort. Just come and watch it for a while and then go somewhere else.
Watch and go. Yeah, move on.
Just
It depends on
minimal
if you like the people or you like the topic, etc. All that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
I
You
suppose.
don't really know much about them. You've only been talking to their title or their handle, basically.
Yeah.
They can be acting and all that kind of shit.
I've looked
Yeah.
into I looked into something today. It was a science thing, and I was going to subscribe, but I watched a bit, and it's about string theory and that kind of thing, and it got very technical very quickly. I decided not to bother, so I moved on. That's what people do,
It doesn't cost anything. It's completely free to subscribe. And if you don't want to keep getting the notifications, you just turn the notifications off.
Yeah.
I don't see why people have a problem with doing things like that.
I ended up
like on Twitch, for example, they'd all like your stream and they'd all subscribe to you and all of that stuff. But on YouTube, people seem to be the opposite. They try and avoid doing that. I don't understand why.
People are weird, man. That's all you got to understand.
Yeah. Excellent.
What's that?
Top answer.
I hate calling you that. I wish you'd change your name.
Yeah.
Because I know you're not stupid.
Well, no, just SH. I don't care. Or humans or humans or H or.
Yeah, SH sounds good.
If you really must know, it's Chris. And I don't give that name out often.
Okay. Yeah. I just hate calling you that because I happen to know that you're not stupid. I've known you enough and seen you communicate.
Yeah, but Chris is worse.
To know that you're not stupid.
No, Odd. He's a wonderful guy. I've known him for ever as well, and he's funny as fuck. I mean, I missed him. I'm glad he stopped by. I'm glad Ashley was there today too, and Keebler and everybody. It was fun. I'm glad I'm glad I have this core group of people that know me.
It's good. Yeah, well, and they all turn up, and that's good.
Yeah, we do. I don't schedule shit. That's my only problem. I can't schedule. Okay. I'm a spur of the moment kind of let's do this now kind of thing, and that's how I keep it.
I was doing that originally, and then I decided that if I did a weekly stream at the same time, same day every week, perhaps I'd get more people.
Yeah,
because they'd know what time it was and and all of that. But I don't know.
Just get lost in the lonely like me.
Yeah.
Your stream's building up about as rapidly as Trobes' one did, Andy. So I think you're doing good. I don't know why your other streams have so few viewers on it. So I'm going to probably just hang on there and dribble some shit every now and again.
I think, well, that's fine, Ollie. Keep doing that. That's great. Thank you. But I think for the reason that I just said, that they need to be subscribed for a day before they can even say a single word on the chat.
Doesn't help.
Which is
even on those ones. Oh yeah.
I would listen to
I didn't click to the Passover.
Listen to a girl who I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I listened to a girl who is on Twitch talking to another very famous Twitch girl, and she said that she went from 50 subscribers after 3 months to 1,500 after 6 months. But a different situation, She's smart looking girl and she's intelligent, but she's got Tourette's, which is hilarious. Right? Her Tourette's,
What annoys
Can,
me though, Mal, is there are lots of people. This is actually a popular subject. There are lots of people, even on the Blade Runner chat, who talk about space a lot, and they've all got an interest in space. And I keep saying to them, come across the stream, come up on the panel, and talk about it. None of them do. I don't understand that. Why not?
Vegas chat is saying that you have to be a subscriber for only 1 minute currently at the moment
Huh?
to me now.
yes, yeah.
Vegas chat, subscribers only mode. Messages that
What,
appear
on
from
my
people
one?
who no, on Vegas chat, Las Vegas, the one where we go to all the ferals from.
Yeah.
I unsubscribed, so I've just gone back
Yeah.
there to have a look.
Yeah.
And yeah, it says 1 minute or longer.
That's the same.
So you have to be able to reduce it lower than 5 minutes or a day.
I can't
There has
though
to
on
be a
mine.
way.
It's changed.
To my knowledge, currently on theirs
Chris,
it's still saying 1, and they're on
Chris has
handle
just
mode
confirmed
2.
it though. Chris
You
has
could
just
do
confirmed it though. He can't change it either.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, but I think
I think it has to do
I'm
maybe with the
telling
size
you that it
crowd
is
that you have.
currently happening. Do you know what I mean?
Well, how many people does he have in his sub to him?
Who, me?
That
I've got
might
about
be
1,700.
that might be the controlling factor here. Who knows?
That's
Because
what I'm
they've
thinking.
got 2,003
Yeah.
likes on this.
It probably
Las
might be
Vegas.
what it is. It might be just your size.
103,000 subscribers on their channel, but
You know,
it's still
size
subscribers only mode, but it's 1 minute.
Because size matters.
Yeah, it does. Well, numbers matter. Yeah.
No.
I hope
In
not.
terms of YouTube.
Size.
Yeah.
Size. It's
Yeah.
not small. It's not small. It's very big.
You've got to have 100,000 followers before you can even monetize the stream, I believe.
Yep.
It's crazy.
And then you need millions or more to actually make any kind of living off of it. So
yeah.
Well, apparently, particularly on, I'm not sure if it's YouTube or Twitch, which one? I think it's YouTube. But there's something like about 99% of people don't make $1,000 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing with
About 70,000 is apparently what you need to live off of. Apparently, that's what I've been told. That'll give you like a weekly wage kind of amount of money. You'd have to be running your whole channel yourself, obviously.
I'd rather live life.
Editing, blah blah blah.
I'd rather live life. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is basically just doing a work from home job instead. I wouldn't mind slowly building up some shit, so I've got some followers by doing iconoclastic conversations that drag people in for several years, and by the time I retire, can live off fucking sit in front of the computer money. That'd be cool.
It's incredibly difficult, as you know, to get these people to take any interest in.
It takes a long time.
$50 for 7 days of them bumping up or for them advertising for you is the first tier for the YouTube ads.
It's adverts.
I might have been Google ads incorporated into YouTube. Sorry.
In fact, it almost seems that people work against you. Like, rather than come and like your videos and subscribe and to participate and things like that, they just don't get involved in it for whatever reason.
I definitely lost a lot of people coming to my chats when I did the energy topic. They just didn't want to give up on their woo energy belief. And they still don't.
Really?
Which is fine. I've got to get that. But fuck, it's not a reason to disappear totally. Like, it's not like that's the only topic.
Of course there is.
And people was having good conversations with. Like, Brian Morgan was great to talk to. Except
Brian
when
Morgan's
you talk
a lovely, seems a nice guy. Yeah.
Isn't he? Yeah, don't fucking counter belief his UFOs or his energy or his wooism. Then he's blocked me now.
Oh.
I don't know that, do I? I don't know this one.
Yeah.
Brian Morgan, he seemed nice. I don't see why he wouldn't know him now.
He's in the chat thing.
Yeah. Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of them in there. Seem okay until you talk to them.
Sorry.
Well,
I thought Jeff
opinions.
was okay. I know he's like a religious type, but he seemed to be okay, like, you know. But he was talking about the universe thing, you know, and we were talking about it being a space-time continuum, blah blah blah. So it can't be there without time. You know, time couldn't be there first, or the space thing couldn't be there first. So the space thing can't be there before time, basically. He was having none of this, so we went off on one. And this is how quick people will pivot onto something else. And I said, well,
I remember this conversation actually, Mel. It was the other day, but carry on. Yeah.
Oh, right, sorry. I said something like, well, explain to me a time when the universe wasn't there. Before the Big Bang and this kind of rubbish, you know. So I said, well, tell me a time where the universe wasn't there. And he went and said, well, Trump said this and the other day. And I thought, I just let it go. You're going to get no answer there. But he had gone off on me. He wasn't very happy. He called me a smart. You think so bloody smart? I don't, you know. I mean, if it gets into details of that stuff, as lost as everybody else.
It all gets very convoluted, doesn't it, at that level? Especially for people who are religious, when they believe that God was around, what was it, 6,000 years ago or something, or 2,000 years, I think, some of them. And yet the universe, we can prove, is nearly 14 billion years old.
But
he supposedly created it. He created everything.
Yeah. Where was he when he did that then?
It's a big problem. Yeah.
Where was he when he did that? Outside of space and time. Oh, is that right? Okay.
It must have been. Yeah.
My turn.
I think we're going to ask that question. We need to answer the question: is he or a she, or a what?
Yeah. It seems fun. It seems funny to imagine that somebody who's the creator of everything must look like a guy from Israel or whatever, you know, with a beard.
Oh, not the.
I had the argument of this.
Blue eyes.
Would they even look like a human? I doubt it.
Allegedly, Ian was doing an argument about this topic just the other day with this guy, and basically it came down to the guy arguing that God is existence, so that's how he existed before time, but he still didn't explain the cause for the activation of the existence of everything else.
If he exists within space and time. That's the end of it.
Of course, there's cause and effect. Therefore, there's time. Therefore, it has to exist within our time frame.
Yeah, you can't exist outside of space and time.
Yeah,
you can't. Its existence is, by definition, he exists somewhere at some time.
It would have to be outside of space and time as we know it, wouldn't it?
But he can't
be within. He wouldn't be within it, because if he was within it, then it was already created.
Correct.
So it'd have to be outside of it.
He can't be outside. If he exists, he exists within space and time, because you can't exist outside of space and outside of time. That makes no sense. That's just insane.
I bet God's the octopus. That's why.
Of course. Not the blue ones with the little dots. I like that. It's just you can't. It's just logical.
It's one of those mental exercises that people try to do and you can't, because you cannot think of what it is. You can't know it because, I mean, look, everything in the universe and you on this blue ball, think a book is that described, figured it out, whatever. It's all a bunch of nonsense. We shouldn't even be trying. We shouldn't even be trying.
Yeah, maybe.
Why not?
Maybe you're right.
Why shouldn't we be trying? We learn lots of science trying, and we make lots of other great technology advances because we're trying.
No, you're wrong.
Yeah. No, I'm right.
Don't do
We've
it.
learned fucking
It's just going to
great
lead.
communication skills just because we've been trying to send data to our satellite.
Discovered electricity. It's all just led to craziness.
Get back to your Amish fucking community, brother.
It's all gone to hell in a handbasket, man. What the fuck?
Where's my horse?
We don't need to learn no more. Quit learning.
Yeah, I can see where he's coming from there. It's partly because of trying to understand it that we moved on and learned things.
I mean, yeah, go ahead and
see
try, but you know what? You're gonna fail every single time. And you could take 100,000, 200,000, even a million years. Try. No one's gonna get it. No one's gonna understand it. No one can understand it. No single or group of people is ever gonna figure out what or what isn't the universe. I mean, yeah, go ahead, try to find it, try to understand it, but it's not talking to you, okay? We are a microbe on a microbe in a microbe in a microbe underneath its toe.
Yeah, Carl Sagan put up a good thing about the pale blue dot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
It's just
Now,
ridiculous that people try and think that they understand or know, because a long time ago, these people, what did they only get the message and we didn't? Yeah. Why aren't we getting messages now?
Well, we can't read
because we're all sinners or whatever, and this, that, and the other thing. It's like, no, you're wrong. All of you are wrong, and thinking that the way you do is wrong. Sorry, I don't mean to be that way.
That's okay. I can wait a few hours.
I'm just saying, man, it's just really ridiculous that we allow it to continue to be a force in this world, and it needs to be called out for what it is.
Absolutely. But it is getting called out more and more.
I know. And I really wish that people.
I mentioned it earlier on that if it wasn't for the modern versions of things like Muslim, Allah and that kind of stuff being so prevalent, it like religious stuff would be very low down now.
Yeah,
it was keeping it in the public eye,
Yeah, well, that it was kept in the public eye out of necessity for their own survival, or at least they thought so at the time.
Yeah.
And that's what led us to these days, where it's just too much of it. It's too stupid. Everybody needs a collective slap upside the head. We all need to hug and smoke a joint and fucking just get on with life.
Yeah. But these people think that, well, that's, yeah.
I'll find a way to get that less than a day subscription. Did we lose Oddie?
Yes, we lost him a bit. Adam.
Sorry.
Thank you.
There you go.
Sorry, Oddie. I just realised that you weren't there. I was messing about with this channel moderation thing. I managed to add myself on my Space Streams account. I managed to add myself as a managing moderator. Then I went back in there and saved it. Went back in there and had a look, and it deleted it. So you can't add yourself as a managing moderator on your own stream. I don't get it.
But Andy's a separate channel, so that's like adding anybody else. But Andy's a separate channel than Space Streams, isn't he?
No, I did it on my Space Streams account. I added Space Streams as a managing moderator, and then saved it. Then I went back in there just to check, and it was gone. It just deleted it. It won't allow you to do that. It's crazy. And the objective there, the idea of doing that was try and get that setting down below 1 day subscription before anybody can chat, and you still can't change that. Even when I added it, I still couldn't change that. Crazy. I don't understand that. You're never going to get anybody like that. It's ridiculous. Okay, let me go back in the game and let me have a look at these chat filters. I'm not actually sure where that is, but I'll try. It's YouTube just working against you. It's not helping you in any way. They're still making their money.
It's not giving me a
Right.
quote.
It's
I feel
not.
ripped off. No,
Huh?
I did that fight on the YouTube channel and it's not giving me a quote. I'll try
Oh,
it from
you put an S
StreamYard.
on it. You put an S on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just quote. I believe that'll be why. I think. So I did add some more to that the other day. I can't
Yeah,
work
no,
out
there's
how to do that.
shitloads.
Yeah, I did add some more. Yeah, I'll worry about that later. But anyway, just pointing out to you, that's a crazy situation when you people have got to subscribe for more than a day before they can say anything. That's crazy. There you go. Oh, that did it really quick as well. That's good.
Yeah,
That's
from
one reason why I
YouTube. It
stopped
wouldn't let
using.
me do it from StreamYard.
No, it won't. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I've changed from Nightbot to Fosterbot, because the Nightbot took ages to respond. That was quick.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, yeah. That's to the left of the X. There are two lines with circles in it. Tap on them. Takes you into chat bubbles. Okay. No. Community moderation is there. Takes me back to the same place, I believe. And I still can't change that setting. I can do 1 day or 1 week. That's my option. That's the minimum that I can do.
A week,
As I said,
probably.
I added myself as a managing moderator and it deleted it. It won't allow you to do that. I can't see a way around that. I really can't. I can't find a way around it. Absolutely ridiculous idea. Whoever thought of that? Oh, well, what can we do? But that explains why we don't get many chatters on the streams, Oddy.
So was
Yeah.
that StreamYard or YouTube you're talking
23 quotes.
YouTube.
about? Okay. Can't you just email them or message them or something and ask
Yeah.
them?
Yeah. Annoying. It annoys me, things like that. I'm out here trying to build the people, the subscribers and the regular chatters and things like that, and get people to chat on my live streams, and they're doing everything to try and stop that, it would seem, It's not helping you at all. It's going against you. No, I know. Same here, Paul and Star. I'll play with it later, but as it stands at the moment, I've had several attempts and I cannot find a way around it to get it any better. I did complain. I sent a message to YouTube and complained about it, but I doubt if they even read the reports. And you probably found the same thing, have you, Oddie, that you don't get many people chatting, or not as many as you might expect or like?
Same crew. I haven't had any newbies for a while. Lady Sky
Lady Sky
was the last new one, but I
Yeah.
don't know if she subscribed and then waited a day to talk, but she comes up
She must
occasionally.
have done. She must have done. Yeah.
I got a few
You
when
look-
I went onto JC Wasey's channel and held a duck race for an hour or two.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I had half a day off and came home early, so
I
and
quite
she was
like
live,
JC.
so I
I've been
went.
on her panel. I've been on her panel before. I like JC. She's all right.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
laughing more at this guy that she had on, Otto, who seems to be a bit of an alcoholic, and he's just moved into a place
Well,
and
Well, that's
Yeah.
why I used to go to all of Jace's streams. That's what put me off. I can't stand drunks. Like, if you're drunk, don't go on panel. And she just, all the people on there, you couldn't even understand what they were saying. They're so drunk they couldn't even talk properly, and that just put me off. You know, I don't like drunks. I've got no sympathy. You know, no.
Can't talk to drunk people.
Well, the guy asked her 100 times who this freaking Odyssey guy was. And she was saying, I don't know him. He's just offered to run this race for us. If you want to join in, you know, like she was just explaining the bloody obvious to this guy.
Yeah.
I had to do it
she's
like
all right,
5
Josie.
times.
She's pretty down to earth. Yeah.
And I don't know her for a bar of salt either, you know, soap, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun for a few hours and enough said. I go back there sometime. I found a couple of different races.
Yeah.
Want to do a race? We could do a race now if you want.
Yeah, I don't mind. She's all right though, JC. As I said, I've been on her stream. She's got quite a sexy voice. I always think, you know, she's quite a nice person as well. I think.
She seems a lot older than her photo.
Considering as well that she's from Vegas, chat.
Yeah.
You'd think she'd be a bit more rough around the edges if she went to Vegas, chat. You'd just think, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
She's actually seems all right. One of the decent ones. There are decent. I always tell people that there are some very nice people in Vegas, chat. Only a few.
I have no problem with her whatsoever. I sort of disregarded that CB character completely. She was trying to, she was just more commotion than anything.
Yeah, CB was kept going on about Max all the time. According to CB, Max is a guy, and she's madly in love with him.
Oh.
And I keep telling her, or kept trying to tell her, you know, or him, whoever CB is. I think it's a fake claiming to be a female. Max is female. You know, I know people who have spoken to her. She wouldn't have it. She just would not have it.
It's Kelly Miller or something, isn't it? Isn't that a given? I'm not 100% myself though, but a lot of people seem to think it's Kelly Miller from beforehand.
Miller, oh, it absolutely is Kelly Miller, 100%. I remember Kelly Miller. They used to call her Fat Kelly. It's the same person.
I'm not fat, grand.
Yeah.
No, I didn't really ever have a problem with her.
It's the same person. Yeah. But now Max denies being Kelly Miller. Because Kelly Miller didn't have a very good name.
I find
she did the incest morally correct argument.
Well, and what do you see now? You see Max saying exactly the same thing. Saying today that Ghislaine Maxwell should be released. She's done nothing wrong.
Oh, that's wrong.
She's done a lot wrong.
Slavery and you corrupted young minds and shit like that.
Yeah, she's the one who was
on top of the rape.
To me, she's like the madame of a brothel, where she brings the clients in and greets them. That was her role. That was exactly what she was doing.
Exactly.
And so
it is not the same thing.
That's not innocent, is it?
No.
That's a deliberate action to bring young people into that scenario so that they can be abused by the men.
They're trying to say now that 15 years old is okay to be with an older man.
Yeah, I heard that. She's a vile bitch. She said that.
Depends what country you're in, I suppose.
This is America. American reporter thing. I heard her saying
anyway. Long ago that with consent, some places in America you could marry younger than that.
Yep. This year alone, I forgot the number, but as young as 11.
Oh my God.
No.
That's not right.
It's not right. It's not right. Yet it happens every day, and it's really disgusting that we allow it to happen. And it's because
how can you allow that in this day and age, human?
Imagine if it was your
Christianity
daughter,
or religious based,
some man was trying to some man was trying to marry her and sleep with her. How would you feel about that? I mean, I know how I'd feel
The
about it.
woman
I
who
want to
said
kill
that
him.
about 15-year-olds has a 14-year-old daughter. I was like, well, let's find somebody who she'll get interested in who's about 40 or 50 and see how long that woman lasts with that.
These do stem from biblical beliefs, to my knowledge.
Yes.
I
I
know.
don't have the specifics though.
Well, I think Muslim and Islam more than Christianity, it has to be said.
Yeah.
I don't think that was ever a thing in Christianity, was it?
Muslim thinks freaking female puberty started at a different age back then. That's how fucked up they are.
They're trying to
argument a
justify
lot
it.
too.
They're just trying to justify it.
To explain Aisha. There's a 6-year-old
Aisha.
marriage consummated at 9.
Yeah, but you know what happened to Aisha, don't you? Shortly after she was married, a miracle happened one night, and when she woke up in the morning, she was no longer 6 or 9 or whatever it was. She was 18.
Oh, yeah, I didn't hear that one ever yet.
Oh,
I have heard that they count
made her 18
they count their age from puberty. So in fact, she was like 9 years from 13, or from menstruation, exactly. So it could be 9 years from 11 or whatever. No, that made she was 20 odd years old, and that's a load of shit. But I had this argument. I had that particular argument with Rash Don fucking 6 years ago, which meant I was actually helping justify that particular claim for him, so we could get past it and have an argument about something else for a change. But, yeah. I can't remember how it went. I mean, it always goes to shit.
All they're trying to do is to try and find ways to rationally justify it to people like us. That's all they're doing, and you can't.
That's
there
a
is no way
pederast religion.
Yeah,
it definitely is. But so is Catholicism for Christians, and a lot of other sects within Christianity. It is a power and corruption thing and a takeover. You know, like it's a. You're not allowed to lust, but this is a lust fucking thing too.
Of course it is.
The lust is the problem shit. That's not the religious side or whatever. That's because of the corruption and the power that comes from the religion. It's not necessary.
Even lust isn't the real problem, though. The real problem is having lust for a child. That's what the problem is.
Having a lust for a child and wanting to marry a child and things like that, who are like, you know, really small, like you said, you know, 6 ankle biters and things like that, is not.
I have a 9-year-old.
It's not a thing that bothers me. What bothers me is doing it. You could be. My argument's always been you can be as much of a paedophile as you like, just don't act on it. And a lot don't.
Oh yeah, that's the difference between pedophile and pederast, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there are a lot of people who have got paedophilic ideas.
Pedophiles aren't actually the bad ones. The pederasts
but they don't actually become child abusers or molesters themselves.
No, they don't act on it. No, I have no problem there.
So it's actually a bigger problem than you might realise, because we're not counting all these people who have got those same sexual urges but don't act on them. We're not.
But they're not a problem, are they? They're not a problem.
How
many times have you heard somebody say, "I'm going to kill that fucker"?
I know.
They're not a problem until they actually do it.
It's still not ideal.
I don't know if they'll always have
those
control.
ideas.
No, yes, they got the ideas, Andy, and they got the thoughts.
Yeah.
But are we going to convict people on thoughts?
We're not going to convict people on thoughts flat out. I agree with you there, but I don't know if they're always going to have control.
Yes,
so they have the issue there.
Yeah, then
they've got control. They've got control.
So what's that? Like collars around their neck or something similar? You've got to exactly, but you do have to watch them in some way, shape, or form.
They've got control today, and they're not acting on their urges. But what about tomorrow?
Well, okay. Are we going to?
Hence, regulation of some kind.
Are we going to put devices on their ankles or on their wrists or something that tell us when they're acting.
I'm not for that either, Mel. I'm not at all. But I want them to be, you know, like we've detected them.
Yeah.
That we've detected them for a reason, and you know, like they consider that a safe level of society. You're just putting them back into society because people can change just because they haven't acted on it.
Yeah,
but I'm for you. I do understand the difference between a freaking pedophile and a pederast, you know, and that's thought crime.
Most people you meet, right, or have met or have known, haven't had a fight in their life. But the ones who are thinking about it, should we do something about them then? Just in case, you know, you never know. They might feel like it tomorrow. You can't do that, can you? Thought crime. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
All right, you're talking in my head here. The difference there is more of a less often thought, but yeah, I suppose they could be equal. But I automatically jump to the pedophile or pederast or whatever it is. The thought one only being more constant than the one looking at for fights. But I suppose people can have that in their head just as much. I suppose I just didn't jump to that.
Yeah.
There are many things. I mean, I think we'd all be in trouble if thought crime was a thing.
I never would have thought any.
I brought up 1984 too.
I never would have fought with anybody, Mal, if it wasn't for the fact that people at school tried to, like people do, you know, people at school try and bully. And I eventually lost my temper and started to fight back. And when I started to fight back, I suddenly found out that I was actually quite good at it. And I always won. I never lost. And after a while, people left me alone.
Of course you do.
I never knew I had that in me. It was only because people tried to intimidate me, and I reacted against it, that I suddenly realised that I had that. I didn't even know that I had that in me.
There's another thing.
I never wanted to fight, but it was
there's another thing. Looking at it the other way around, right? What should we do about the bullies before they bully somebody? Because they're obviously thinking about it because they're bullies.
Yes.
Should we just grab them and stick them? It just makes no sense. It's insane. No. You can't do thought crime. Doesn't work. No. It's not like the Minority Report.
You're never going to be able to do that. Maybe we'll have a machine one day you can plug them into and erase those things, but at the moment we can't do anything about that.
No, you can't do thought crime. That's the end of it. That's terrible. That's what the God thing does, you know.
With that, putting that aside now, that we agree that you can't convict people on thoughts. That's never going to work. But it was still concerning to me that there are people who have those thoughts. You know,
people have all sorts of thoughts. People who think about bringing down the government and murdering somebody, and they don't do it. Or if somebody comes along and messes with my family, I'll effing kill them. They don't do it, but they have the thought. They have thoughts like that all the time. I have them about my missus. Anybody does my missus, I'll go, you know. What people don't realise is they are ordinary people on the corner of the street, living in their house, and they're not going to do it.
Until that happens, though, what if it did happen? Then what? Would you actually do it then?
Most people won't, do they? They just don't, do they? Very rare do you hear of somebody going and saying, right, you've done this and that and the other to my family. No, what they do is they cry outside of the court when the guy gets, or whoever it is, gets convicted, you know? Or they cry outside of the court because they haven't had enough justice. But they don't do anything themselves. No, people don't.
Isn't it strange how some of these women who have been, they've been victims of rape or sexual assault, and the person's been convicted for their rape or sexual assault, and then they've started writing to them in prison and fallen in love with them and married them when they came out and stuff.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
No, there's a name for that. It's like the kidnapper, becoming entangled with the kidnapper. You know, the kidnapper. Yeah, I forgot the name of it. And I forgot there is a name for it. It's a psychological thing, and it is a fact. It happens. Yeah.
Yeah, there is some kind of bonding that takes place, or that
Yeah.
it can take place. Yeah.
I've forgotten what it's called, but yeah, they do. They can do. They start bonding.
Doesn't
with
look like
each other.
Trobs is going live. I haven't seen or heard anything.
I'll be going to bed soon, I think, today. I got going shopping in the morning.
Yeah.
Yippee!
Trobs is quite random though. He just does one when he feels like it, I think.
Yeah, sometimes
Doesn't have to be at a certain time.
He's tired. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's an odd time.
He's usually on every time. This time, he said that he's taking his kids to the gun range.
Yes,
this
yeah.
week.
Yes, he did. I thought he did.
So
Yeah. Yeah. I think that didn't mean he wasn't going to do it. I don't think. I thought it meant
Well, he said he might be
do it a
late.
bit later.
Yeah. Certainly might be late. I won't be late. I'll be going to bed soon.
What am I doing wrong here? Is there supposed to be a space or something between add quote?
No, it's all one word, I believe.
Right. It worked.
Add quote, but a space, and then the quote.
And the quote.
Because it worked last time.
Yeah, you've done it once. Just
Done it.
go on the screen that you
you got to have a space.
Oh, yeah.
You got to have a space after a quote and the actual quote itself.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know how you do the dad jokes. I don't know if you can add to that or not. Maybe. Probably
I
you
just got to
can.
bring up the command list again.
Yeah, probably you can actually. Some of those are quite good. I saw the one you did the other day, Audie, about a mechanic or an electrician. That was it. It made me laugh because I thought of text. It said something about how can you tell somebody's an electrician because they're always negative or something like that.
I forget the one.
Yeah.
I remember the antacid one, which is call me antacid because I'm always basic. Or something like that.
Yeah.
That's why you never see a photon in church. They don't do mass. Nerd joke alert.
Yeah, feel free to add those. I don't think there's any limit on how many you can add. Obviously, as you add more, what's going to happen is that obviously each one's going to come up less. It has to cycle through more quotes, I suppose.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't suppose that's a problem. I mean, if you had 10,000 of them, for example, and you were looking for one particular quote, it might take you months before you see it. You see my point? The more you add, the less frequently they appear, I suppose. But I don't know.
Is it random? Is it random? Is it?
Yeah.
But I can add other commands, so I'll just have to add other things instead of quotes. How's that?
That's
so
right.
You've got dad jokes, you've got quotes. And then you want to bring up a bot that does a list of the simple ones so that your other people can bring them up.
Yeah.
So that your guests that arrive can go, aha, let's have some fun.
I don't know if I can do that.
Them to come back.
I possibly could. I could possibly allow
the Higgs boson gives me a hadron.
I used to be able to do it at the Atheist Experience. I'd go on there and you'd go exclamation host, and it would give you a like for the host. It would say the host says blah 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 likes now, and like it. So you could have this. I don't know what they're called, doing these exclamation mark commands, but
right.
I could do that as just a standard viewer. Is all I'm getting at there.
Yeah, I can add quotes that anybody can do. I think not quotes. I mean commands. Sorry. I think you can make it so anybody can do it. But how much access do you want to give people, and what are you going to achieve? What are you going to do?
Good point.
I looked at doing a trivia bot, and this bot can't do a trivia bot. I looked into that the other day because I know you mentioned that.
For fun.
Yeah, there is. You have to put a standalone trivia bot in there, I think, is the answer. This one can't do it,
Probably.
apparently. Yeah. But if they can't get into the chat because they have to wait a day to subscribe, then they're not going to be there anyway. It's just
There's got to
crazy.
be a way around that. I'm sure I'll have a look into it when I can. When I'm not
Yeah.
a guest, but a
Try it.
host.
Try it on yours, Ollie, just as a matter of interest, and you'll see what I mean.
Mm.
You'll see that you can't do it less than they've got to subscribe for at least a day is the minimum that you can set. Why they would do that, I just have no idea.
Yeah, see,
Well,
I don't
both
get
be
the
public
option to
accounts.
even see that choice on your one since I'm already subscribed. So, yeah.
It's
I'm of
crazy.
no
I think
help today.
I put some chat rules up as well. They're not rules as such, but just to let people know that how we operate. We don't do drama. We don't. Religion and politics are likely to cause arguments, which they do every time. That's when you have people who believe in that subject.
Depends
If you
on
have somebody who's religious, will argue all day long against you.
Yeah,
But because none of us are religious, we can bring the topic up every week, and we probably do, and we never have arguments about it because none of us are religious. If we were religious,
discussion
then we would
and an
have
argument are different
Yeah,
to somebody who's preaching and what do you call them? Oh God, the ones who defend it. You know, doesn't matter what you throw at them, they'll defend it. I forgot what they call them now. My brain's gone. Those ones are.
But there are people like that, of course. Yeah.
Well, there are loads of them. Yeah, some of them professional types. Of course, yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I just came across this. Did Donald Trump have sex with Bill Clinton? Bizarre email has everyone wondering.
Oh.
Carry on.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Who's wondering?
No, people are wondering.
People on Twitter with no life.
No, it's because Epstein. I guess Epstein has an email where it suggests that Trump and Clinton might have hooked up.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh God. What's the world coming to? My God.
I can't delete quotes either. I can delete commands. I can't delete quotes or dad jokes.
It said you did delete quote number 25.
No, I typed that in though. It didn't respond to it.
Oh, I see. So delete.
I was
How do
trying
you
to.
identify a quote?
I'm assuming by number. Delete quote isn't actually in the list of commands either, but they had delete command.
Try the same command without a hash, maybe. Delete quote space 25, for example, just as possible.
Yeah. Hold on.
Possible. I don't know is the answer, but
I won't add more quotes then.
Doesn't seem to have done that, does it? It hasn't responded. No. But delete quote is a valid command.
It's not on the list when I looked at it. It's got delete command. It doesn't have delete quote. It doesn't have delete dad joke either.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Delete them in
the add quote doesn't have delete quote.
Oh, interesting. I didn't notice that. You're right. There's also fact. Post a random fact in chat. Let's see what that comes up with. That might be interesting. I haven't tried that one. God knows what that's going to do, but we'll see.
Ooh,
I suppose I can issue commands from this account. Yeah, I can. Dr. Kellogg introduced Kellogg's cornflakes in hopes that it would reduce masturbation. Oh my God, really?
Good start.
It might reduce obesity, would have been nice, but I don't know about masturbation. What a strange thing. It's apparently a fact, though.
I won't ask why.
I don't understand that. I'm not sure that I want to know either, but
No.
that seems odd to introduce cornflakes as a way to stop people masturbating. I don't
I mean,
know.
to be
It seems
fair, a
odd.
handful of those could be quite rough.
Oh yeah, I did think about that, how it would prevent people from doing it. That's one way. Yeah.
As for that Bill Clinton thing, I think he said that he never had relations.
Oh, so it's doing it on the current stream, Oddie. That's interesting too. Been
Yeah.
live for 3 hours and 8 minutes. That's based on the current stream. Obviously, my channels, my live streams have been live since last January, so they're almost a year. They've been live continuously for almost a year. But it's not working on that. It's working on this particular stream, obviously.
Yeah, uptime. Yeah.
Yeah. There are other commands, and I can't remember them all. For telling how long the channel's been going or something.
yeah, I did that one.
Account
Exclamation
since.
uptime.
Account since is another one you can do. So let's do mine, for example. I assume that it will work. I don't know.
Excuse to interrupt. 1:10, I'm off to bye-byes.
Sorry?
1:10 nearly, I'm off to bye-byes.
How are you? Okay.
Yeah, I got shopping in the morning. Mrs. is snoring next door.
Yeah,
You have a
okay.
good one now.
We're catching the
Good
bus.
to see you again, brother.
Yeah, good to hear from you, Mal.
Yeah, take care, people. Have a good
Yeah,
one.
see you
See you,
again.
mate.
See you again. And you. Bye, Mal.
Have a good one, brother.
Yeah, try not to read my thoughts.
I'll try not to, Mal.
I'm going to make an alfoil hat for next week now.
That was a strange one. Why was it looking to Twitch for that? Maybe that's the Twitch command then. That's a strange response. Email guest host of Saturday Night Live was Anders Bergen. Okay.
Who? No.
Anders Bergen. Yeah, who? The name sounds vaguely familiar, but who she is and what she did, I don't know. But I do recognise the name a little bit. I could Google it, I suppose, and see. That's another thing. How much we rely on Google, and we assume that what it's telling us is true.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, your basic chatbots, I'm sure, are supposed to be basic, but you Reddit trawlers more than anything.
She's
If you
starting
ask
to
them,
show
Yeah.
Murphy Brown.
Murphy Brown, yeah, that's what I was just reading. Yeah. Shirley Smith on the ABC drama Boston Legal. Also. Yeah.
okay.
She does look familiar in some ways. Yeah. But that's a possibly a worrying thing, isn't it? How we use Google and just assume that everything it tells us is true. How do we know it's not lying to us, for example?
Well, that's the problem. How do you know it's not giving you edited versions of stuff you read as a kid, or facts are changed in current things, and they're trying to push it to you. It's the same information.
That's what Rao keeps trying to talk about, isn't it? Mandela effect. How it's Mandela effects change the Bible and stuff. I don't understand
Well,
that.
yeah.
Anyway, I'm not
Well,
sure.
it's easier for them to adjust the Bible when it's digital without anyone knowing that it's been adjusted. See, the problem is with the Christian Bible is they had to make a, inverted commas, metaphorical from the Hebrew Bible. So therefore, Jesus could be the Savior and Son of God. Whereas the Jews who have read the Hebrew Bible understand that Jesus is a liar and a fraud and never succeeded in fulfilling any messianic prophecies. So basically, and that's the original Bible. The Christians had to edit the Hebrew Bible.
Translate it from Hebrew as well.
Yeah. Well, which was then to Greek and then to English.
As you'll know, it's first to Greek, then to English. But as you'll know, that a lot can go wrong in translation.
I fucking know. Yeah.
And so if they translate the whole Bible and there isn't one thing that was mistranslated or misinterpreted, that'd be almost impossible.
In the King James version, it says virgin birth. I can't remember the verse. It's John something, whatever. It doesn't matter. You can easily Google that. But in the NRSVU, which is the new revised something version, I forget what the S is for, updated edition, is which is more a lot closer to the Hebrew version. The same verse is Emmanuel has been conceived and will be eating honey and fruit or something before the lands are returned to you or something like that. But the key bit there is Emmanuel will be conceived. It's not from virgin birth. There's nothing about virgin birth in the Bible whatsoever.
They should never have introduced that, because that just makes everything like impossible to believe. Miraculous
conception, supernatural and divine without a reason. You need to explain all of that.
Well, there is no explanation.
But there was no reason for it whatsoever. It wasn't in there. It's just to try to give more emphasis on this push for a thing that wasn't real. But that tells us that they knew it wasn't real when they did that.
They've created a miracle where there was no miracle, basically, haven't they? They've made a miraculous birth conception where there wasn't one. They've invented that. If it wasn't in the original, they've completely invented that.
It's all invented from the very beginning to the very first writings to up to today. It's all made up nonsense.
Yeah, but we all know that as stupid humans. It's the convincing of the people that don't know that.
They don't care to
know it. And you got to do that.
Their cult has already defending it by saying you need to. When somebody says this, you say this and you mention the Bible and you go this verse, this verse, this verse.
You've got to do it without angst. Yeah. And I've got a bad issue. I got a problem. I do it with a lot of angst, which is wrong. I admit it's wrong. I'm not educating as many people by a long shot than if I was calm and collected and doing it in like a teacher educating a student kind of way.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's just that it's been going on for so long. That
here we go.
Let's switch accounts. I don't want to be on that account. I don't need to be on that account. Yeah.
I'm just tired of it, really. I want people to, I don't see, I've known it for so goddamn long. It's like, why can't you fuckers see what I see?
Yeah, I know. All you got to do is play a game of Chinese whispers to see how things get messed up when you pass them around a room of 10 people, let alone when you pass it down through 3 lots of translation and several generations, multiple generations, what are the chances that has any resemblance to the original document? Actually, none.
None.
And yet people still believe in that. It's crazy.
From the King James Version alone, there are 30,000 changes that they made to it. It doesn't even represent the original context anymore.
No, of course not. Can't possibly. Yeah, that's my point. It can't possibly. You'd be lucky if it even resembled the original.
Only that it's called the Bible.
Yeah, yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's
Oh,
ridiculous.
of course. The whole thing's ridiculous.
Or what am I, Mama? Top liver? But I don't understand. Even today though, I still don't understand. I mean, when you think about it, there's 8 billion people, and we all have this different thinking, and but how we know all this stuff now? Why can't you all just catch up with us? Especially all those old people. They need to go away.
Well, they believe that you're lying to them. If it doesn't fit into what they've been indoctrinated to believe, then you have to be lying, and you're being persuaded by the devil to suggest all these horrible things to them. They'll just block it out. That you're a liar, basically. That's how they deal with it.
Because
you have to be lying.
They have training on how to deflect that shit.
Yes, yeah. Do they really? Yeah, maybe. Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah.
Well,
175 denominations globally. Wow.
Yeah, but some of those denominations have multiple gods.
You have that many different versions of Christianity, Elaine.
Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it?
Basically, you got a different version of Christianity with every Christian. But,
one of my favorite statistics about that all religion is that throughout time, mankind has worshipped something like 10,000 gods. And that's great because it means that 9,999 of them have to be wrong.
It comes from Ricky Gervais.
Huh?
It comes from Ricky Gervais, to my knowledge.
No, I came up with that. But it's true when you think about it. 9,999 of them have to be wrong because there can only be one God, one creator, can't there? Why would there be multiple of them?
Well, maybe because God wanted it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They do, Dingo. Yeah, they do. So true. You have to be a liar because it's just so against everything they've ever been told by anybody else that you have to be a liar.
You know how they get away with it too? They would say, you can fit all the angels in heaven in the foot of a pin.
That blew back in her face a little bit. She's having a stab at me there. She has full Christian beliefs, and then when I called her one, she tells me that off for calling her Christian. That's why that got mentioned there. Never mind.
Yeah. 9 million or 9.
There's many on the planet. 9 billion. Everybody has a different perspective of God, is what that's saying.
Oh, right. So one for each person, basically, I guess is what you're saying, yeah.
Currently, the world population is 8
Going
billion.
to church doesn't define you as a Christian. Having Christian indoctrination does. To answer the next quote. It's got nothing to do with conformed religion. It's got to do with whether you follow Christian indoctrination.
I don't know what conformed religion means exactly, but I don't like any kind of organized religion. In other
Nope.
words, where they have churches and temples where you have to go and worship.
Same, because
That
you know, if
that
you
should
can
all
get
be
people to
that should
believe
all be
atrocious
banned.
things, you can get them to do atrocious things.
Yeah, that should be banned worldwide. That you don't need religious belief is a personal thing. You don't need to go to church to talk to God. You can talk to God in the bathroom or the kitchen. If you are religious, that is, and you want to communicate
Well, I
with
tell you
God,
to pray every night.
you don't need
Okay,
a
Mama
church.
Dingo, that's all it takes, dear. All you've got to do is say, "Oh, I'm not a Christian now." You don't
Yeah.
have to do all this other crap and passive aggressive stabs for fucking 6 months. Jesus Christ.
Organized religion is wrong. I definitely agree with that. I would ban it worldwide if
I
I
agree
was
too.
in charge of the world. I would. That's the first thing I would do is ban all organized religion. We'd lost humans. It looks like dropped off.
Don't know.
Yeah, it looks like it dropped off.
It says he'll be back. That's a bummer. I was going to bugger off for 5 minutes and whip to the shops. But if you're going on, I'll keep going, brother. I've got nothing else to do for an hour or so.
Yeah.
You're probably up
well,
late.
yeah.
We need
I
topics. We
don't
need
think.
people to jump in with themes.
Yeah,
Mama,
I know.
jump up and have an actual theme and don't be angry for a night. Jeez.
Yeah.
Could have a discussion about Christianity or your analysis of religions.
Yeah.
She thinks I'm a narcissist. Do you think I'm a narcissist in the way I talk about topics, Andy?
No, I wouldn't have associated that with narcissism. No.
No, I have a difference of an opinion with her though, and I'm a narcissist apparently. I don't cause suffering. Apparently, that's a key thing with narcissism as well. I go out of my way to reduce suffering for any and everybody, and
You're
that
right,
totally
Mama Dingo.
opposes what
I
a
don't.
narcissist is.
In a lot of sense, I don't know, Oddie. You're right, but I do. I've got a general kind of idea of how he thinks and things.
So
You are
she's here
right.
having a fucking non-fucking space science chat, a fucking us kind of chat, public. This is fucking not the thing or what should be done here.
So I'm guessing that Trob's got caught up with his kids or something. He would have gone live by now if he was going to, I think, wouldn't he? He would have gone live at least an hour ago, I think, if he was going to do it. Looks like we lost Oddie as well off the stream. Right, so we lost Oddie, we lost humans. I think I'm going to close the stream down because normally we go over to Rob's stream now, but it doesn't look like he's going to be streaming. So I'll just call it a night, I think. But thanks everybody for coming along. Interesting discussion as always, and we'll try again next week.